Well, that could have been bad. I almost forgot to turn my camera back on. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Hope you've had a safe and awesome week. Uh, man, got a bit different of a show today for you. I'm gonna do like kind of like I did last week. I'm gonna talk about some books and stuff that I've read. Real quick, I'm gonna talk about something I watched that I'm almost ashamed that I watched. I don't know if you've ever been scrolling through YouTube or Facebook or Instagram and seen those weird little soap opera movies that you have to download a whole entire app to watch. They're really terrible. They're terrible. I got roped into one. And it's one of those where you can't fast forward, you can't see how much time is left on it. So it started the scene and I just kept watching it. And I was like, okay, when's it going to end? And I just kept watching it until the thing ended, like on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So I went and searched the interwebs just to watch the rest of it. It was so terrible. It was about a guy that was adopted by a rich family, and like the rich family's been missing their son, and he returns, but he's an evil guy, and he picks on the adopted kid, and the adopted kid is kind of like a technical genius, and he has like three sisters. One of them is blind that he's trying to make cybernetic eyes for, and these eyes are like this big around. It was terrible. One of the sisters is into MMA, and you could tell she's into MMA because most of her outfit during the show is her wearing not only MMA shorts, but she's wearing gloves the entire time. Like this was so it's one of those, it was so bad, but I could not stop myself from watching. It was weird. But outside of that, I ended my show a little early last week for those that watched. Uh, and wouldn't you know it, like 20 minutes after, we hit 700 subs. Oh, we can talk about that. I do got some DCU stuff. Maybe one thing to talk about. Preston, how's it doing? How's it doing? Goodness. How's it going? Uh, but not only did we hit the 700 subs and kept it, we're up to 703 now. So that's really cool. For fans of Dork, because I am already a fan of Dork, Brett Bean has got a threadless shop. I've already picked out a shirt I'm going to buy. All the merch looks awesome. I'm also going to drop the link in the chat if you don't want to scan it. I'm just still into using the QR thing. I think that's so cool for whatever reason. I'm going to drop that in the chat so you can check that out. A lot of cool stuff. Um, I'm really digging the book, and we're going to talk about Dork here in a little bit as well. So what else is going on? I read a bunch of stuff. I'm kind of slowing down reading way too much for the book a day. Like sometimes I have just been hitting the one book. A couple times I've hit three or four books. But I'm going to talk about some of the books I read this week, and then at the end of the show I'll do the list book, which was Something is Killing the Children. If you were here last week, I've never read that, and I got some stuff to say about that book as well. Also, make sure I got to go back in here and fix all this stuff. I don't know what's going on, what kind of update they did, but it's all kind of wonky. I had to spend the last show fixing the chat on the side of the screen, but uh, so up to the experience if you haven't yet. Lots of cool stuff coming. Hopefully, we'll be able to make some announcements in the coming months that are really cool that I'm really excited to talk about and just have happen. Um, let's see. I'm going to bring them on, but I have to do this. Every single show, I will continue to do this. If you have not subbed up to Weird Dopes yet, please do so. Forgot to remind them to stream this to their channel too, but we'll get that next time. I totally forgot about doing that. It has been just a little while. But so that's all. See what I mean? I switched off the one screen. Now I can't get it to go back, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and bring on the other folks real quick. Everyone, you missed them last week. We got the Weirdos themselves. We got Nope, and we got Ed, and see how messed up this looks. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna see. See, I don't know what happened. They did some kind of update.
My audio.
You've never looked better. Nope. You're all
super covered. Like this is not how this is supposed to look.
Hey, leave it like that. I'm good with that.
No, I'm not. What is what is going on with this
what
thing?
is happening?
Okay, you know what? Forget that. I'm gonna use this because it still works. I don't know what happened. See now the chat's gone. See how weird? Like
I was noticing that earlier. I thought it was just
this
my
is just been no.
but it shows up on the screen.
So now it's
actually
giving you
on
the
YouTube.
space for the chat, but hey, there's the chat.
Yeah,
You've
I have
almost got it.
I have to resize it now.
That chat was over your face a minute ago. Nope.
Yeah. My goodness.
No, I seen it.
I will make sure that I fix that for the next show. Like I said, it's just been weird with the updates that are happening. Like it's cool.
Hi, Preston, from all of us Eddies.
Yeah, you can you can customize it now, but the problem was that it didn't keep it how I had it before. I had to go in here and customize every single thing that the chat was on. So guess what, folks? It's not going to stay like this either, because when I get to my slides, it's going to go back to how I had it. My goodness. But
wonky craziness.
Yes.
So how it goes, Jay?
Yes. How goes it for you guys? It's been a while.
Been a little bit. I don't even think I've been back on since the new year. Feel like something's come up, or we skipped a week or something. I don't know.
Well, that's because I
I know we skipped
1
2
week.
weeks.
It was weather. Yeah, 1 week was weather, and then the next weekend it was our niece's first birthday.
Right.
So we weren't here. But
I apologize to anyone with epilepsy who I'm not throwing into a seizure, but my camera is behaving badly.
That is a dope shirt.
Oh,
Let me try that again.
You like my polo, huh?
Thank you.
I made it.
Yeah.
It's got nice collars.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, thank you.
Hat is the word I was trying to form, and my brain just would not let me say it.
Yes, if you guys can see the hat, it is I'll try to hold still. It is a manga drawing of Godzilla, and it says Godzilla underneath it, written in Japanese. And my daughter made this for me. She drew it herself. She wrote the letters out herself, and she made a ping of it and sent it to a company and had it made for a hat for me for Christmas. That's awesome. So that's some of my daughter's artwork.
Oh,
so wouldn't it say Gojira and not Godzilla though?
Gojira, yes.
Yeah. Preston, right, I'm actually doing a lot better.
Dude, I'm in a cemetery and I'm a ghost. This is kind of cool. I'm just going to move around.
Preston was asking about our health, since most of us were sick or damaged or whatever.
I'm pretty much well recovered. Yeah. My ribs are all good. My back's good. I got lucky with everything else. My wrist is the only thing that's still recovering, but it's way more usable now.
My health is fine, but my back is a long way to go. Lots of pain. Can't hardly do anything. They're killing me at PT. But I'm healthy. I just can't do anything. Other than blip out in a cemetery, which...
It's spooky. It's spooky, man. It goes with the motif.
I like it when I move, and I like... Oh.
Let's see. Now, more than likely, I'm going to have to fix this slide, but I want to talk about some of the books that I read. I read this week.
By the way, thank you for asking, Preston. Appreciate it.
Go. Night City from Matt Kent and David Lapham, I think is how you pronounce it. This was a super interesting book. So we have this superhero who doesn't wear shoes, and I don't know why that gets to me. He doesn't have shoes. Like he's barefoot. I don't know why that's weird to me.
Is it a certain artist that...
No, it wouldn't be life though.
Oh, that's right. He can't draw feet. Right,
yeah.
right.
Um, but this centers around a superhero that when he falls asleep, he's transferred to another dimension where he's just a regular guy with a humdrum job. Like it was a suit. Like I couldn't tell if he was dreaming about this place or if the place was real. Only one issue so far, but the anti-Rob Liefeld's. Only one issue so far, but it was super interesting because it would bounce back and forth between the worlds while the hero was asleep.
That's cool.
And I don't know. It's a concept that feels not overused, not overdone. So maybe that's why it kind of kept my attention. But yeah, not a whole lot to say about it. It's only got the one issue. I will say that I guess what's up, Triple B? I guess the reason he doesn't wear shoes is because they talk about in the book that before he used to just go out do his heroing naked. He didn't even wear that suit that he's wearing. And then apparently he found out that the public had an issue with that. So he started wearing whatever this is. Now, the thing that kind of makes this also different was this hero almost went the Injustice Superman route with his bad guy in the very beginning of the book. He's thinking about it hardcore. He's squeezing this bad guy's face. And he's like, this guy keeps getting out of jail. He keeps causing all this trouble. What if I just end it now? That's what I'm trying. See, Preston, that's what I'm trying to figure out with the book because they don't make that super clear. But I think he's a hero that I think he might be a hero that the dream transfers him somehow. Like I said, it's only one issue. I don't know if how much more they're gonna dive into that. But it kept me guessing because I'm still thinking, am I sure this isn't like one of them is dreaming about being normal or it's a normal guy? Yeah, I can't tell.
I wonder if the writer maybe did that on purpose with him being a hero naked because all of us have had that weird dream where we like go to school naked or something
all the time.
And if he's dreaming, maybe he threw that in there as a ha ha ha.
Man,
could be. Like I said, it's a very interesting book, folks. Like if you get a chance to grab a copy of it, read it, let me know what you think. I thought it was interesting enough of a concept that I want to read the next issue.
Can you talk a little bit about the bottom half of that cover? Are we talking about monsters and stuff, or?
See, I don't necessarily remember that part.
Okay.
Like his main villain was a dude in a mech suit, very Lex Luthor like. He was like in a.
Did you say what you said again, but slowly?
His bad guy at the beginning was in a mech suit, very Lex Luthor like.
Gotcha.
So, I'm gonna give the second issue a shot. See if I like it. I dig the first issue though, so very interesting concept on that. Let's see the next one I got on here.
Hey, Triple B.
Gunpowder Profits. This was the final issue in this little story. I love this book. This was so good. You have these two guys, lower part. They're kind of I don't know, really maybe bounty hunters, maybe just dudes you hire when you need something done. But these two are hired by the woman on the screen to get her daughter. And the guy that looks like Jack Nicholson, he's the girl's father. So they're going after the little girl. It's big occult stuff. There's so many things I don't want to spoil about this because the big guy on here, I believe his name is Marley, and there's something going on. I don't know if he's also part of the occult, but like I guess on the good side of it. But this guy is a beast. He's very much doesn't care about killing the bad guys. He doesn't seem to ever get hurt. He's just one of those characters that you're like, this would be the Deus Ex Machina of a comic book, is this guy. but the relationship between, okay, it's Huck and Marley. Okay, Huck is the blind guy. He's kind of the face of the outfit. He's the one who does most of the talking, and Marley is the muscle. But I'm trying to keep this one as vague as I possibly can. I heard the Geek Chat talking about this number one when they read it, and it got me super interested. So I started reading it. That would have been funny, but it's Huck. So I told them, I said, most of the time I wait till after y'all show. And if there's books that they're really stoked on, I add them to my list. And I'm so glad I did with this one. This was a fun time. This is like supernatural buddy cop kind of stuff. It's I'm a sucker for it. So I'm hoping there's more of this. I hope it's not just the 5 issues. I think there's going to be another story. But Justin Jordan does some great stuff, and this is one of them. Really, really happy that I read this one. So if you get a chance to check out Gunpowder Profits from Mad Cave, please do so.
Is it just me, or is that dude in the flannel on the cover there? He looks very Jack Nicholson Shining-esque to me.
And then the chick kind of looks like Anna Taylor-Joy.
Do you know all these people, Jay? Do you know Taylor Esposito?
I know Taylor Esposito from certain books.
Is he related to Mike? Do you know Mike Esposito, the guy the famous inker from DC?
That I'm not sure.
I was just curious. When I saw it was Mad Cave, that's the one your buddy's with, right? Or am I
no, that's Bad Bug.
I always get those screwed up.
That's okay. And see,
you
know everyone, Jay. You are so famous. You know everyone. I made the
Jack Nicholson joke earlier.
You did?
Yeah. I said the guy that looks like Jack Nicholson in the flannel there.
Oh, well.
I missed it too, though.
That's okay.
Who's the one that said, "Go ahead, Ed, finish reading your comic while I talk"?
Yeah, that's true. That's on me. I'll take the hit on that. All right, so next one. Exquisite Corpses number 10. James Tynan. My goodness.
It's on 10 already?
Yes.
That's
wow.
Treating the muscle like puppets on the street. Yeah, true. This is so good, y'all. I don't know if y'all have paid attention to this one at all. This one is so good. Every issue is just, my goodness. Like, the whole concept is like The Purge, but on a much smaller level. It's so hard to explain what this book is, but basically it's 13 families actually rule the world. Okay, it's not the government, it's not all the stuff you see on TV. It's 13 families, and every couple of years, these 13 families get together. They pick a weapon, and they pick a person, and they pick a small town. They media black out this town. They reroute roads leading into it. They pay off officials, all kinds of stuff like that. And they drop these killers into this town. And these killers have to find their cache of weapons. And they go at each other. Last killer standing wins like ruling rights for that family. So if like the family from New York has like the rope and their psycho basically wins the tournament, they get ruling control of America. So this also means that the town that has no idea, because the officials have been bought off, left everything, they have no idea what's going on. But if they're caught in the crossfire, they're killed. It's not like these killers are only going after each other. And all the psychos, well, I can't call them all psychos. Some of them kind of feel like they're smarter than they should be. They're not all like bloodthirsty, but there are some that very much are. One of my favorites so far, Hunger Games and the Purge. Thank you, Preston. Thank you. One of them is a dude in a mascot suit. His name is Randy, and it's a big bunny. And he just strangles people. There's one guy called the Congregation, who skins his victims and sews pieces of them onto himself. So he's got like a suit that's got like a face on the shoulder. Crazy.
Does it rub the lotion on its skin?
I bet he does. It's very weird. There's some pyro people. There's a person that uses a lot of like wire and barbed wire traps. It's very bloody. Innocent people do get killed as well. There is in the first issue, and I won't tell you who. There's a first issue like 4 minutes or 5 minutes into the tournament. Like somebody gets dropped in and they're almost immediately taken out. So that was kind of like a surprise. But we're getting down to I can't remember how many issues this is supposed to be. I see that there's 13 on the league where I get the covers, but I don't know if it's going to be 13 issues. I mean, it would kind of make sense because 13 families, 13 issues. I gotta find. I think it's like Rascal Randy is the character's name.
I don't know, but you said Randy and Bunny, and I was immediately in Christmas Story.
I can't get up. Come on, Randy.
That one, but also, if you remember the Easter episode of South Park, where they're talking while Randy is like deep in this weird cult. If anybody's ever seen that episode, it's hilarious. There's like a cult for the Easter Bunny.
Well, there should be.
Let me see. I'm gonna back out of this one real fast because I gotta show this. No, that's not the one you wanted to do, man. That's not it either. Go back to that one. Thank you. Jeez. Okay. Hold on, because I gotta show this off.
Mother bus bucket.
Oh, it's not gonna get.
Processing large.
Oh my goodness! Come on. Nope. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see that, but
That's
Randy.
nope. Oh, okay.
Yep, but there's Randy. Move that. Oh, what did you do, Jay? Wow, what am I doing? What is happening?
We're floating through space.
It's going to be one of those nights, people.
It's gonna
Buckle
be.
in.
Wow.
Buckle
Anyway, I'm telling you, ever since this update, my stuff has been all kinds of out of whack. But yeah, Exquisite Corpses, it's up to 10. Randy's one of my favorites, but there's also a kid that has like he's a kid, and he's got a drone. And he does some messed up stuff with that drone. So if you haven't started reading this, folks, give this one a shot. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So this next one, I've only read one issue so far. It's called Nameless. And from what I got from the issue, it kind of feels like a horror story, kind of Inception style, but kind of not at the same time. Like this one was one that I just happened to see. I can't even remember. Maybe I saw it on a Facebook ad. Maybe it's something. I don't know. I was reading something. Maybe I saw it in the back. That's usually how I get some comics is I'm reading a comic and then I see a whole list of comics. I'm like, I've never even heard of that. Synopsis of this. Oh my goodness. Let me try that again, folks. An astronomer kills his family, then himself, leaving a cryptic warning. A veiled lady hunts her victims through human nightmares. An occult hustler known only as Nameless is recruited by a consortium of billionaire futurists for a desperate mission. And the my goodness, I cannot read tonight. And the malevolent asteroid Zabalba spins closer on a collision course with Earth. But nothing is what it seems. A terrifying, inhuman experiment is about to begin. Abandon all hope and experience ultimate horror in Nameless. I read the first issue. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like, honestly. Like it felt like a dream within a dream. And then when the guy wakes up, you can't tell if he's really awake or he's dreaming, but then he wakes up. Like, it is a little confusing at first, but once I got a hold of it, I was like, again, this is one of those where the concept got me so much. I'm like, okay, I need to read more of this one. This is an older book, obviously, but for a lot of times there's a lot of older books that I've never even heard of, and this is one of them. I'd never heard of this one, but again, I'm a horror fan, so I was like, okay, I'll give this one a shot. Speaking of giving books a shot, Mark Spears Monsters. I'm going to be honest with everyone here. I'm dumb. I read 3 issues of it. Did not care for it. It's not for me.
Oh,
Yes.
It's one of those books that I just don't get it. I think Mark has some great covers. I don't think the art in the book should have been this style. But it's not just the art that gets me. The story itself to me is just boring. It's not for me. If you know, I know that there's others that love this book, and that's fine. I'm just telling you, like, it's not for me, but I did try to read it. I gave it 3 issues, and I just couldn't get into it. But if you're a fan of Mark's art and you like the story, awesome. I'm very happy that you like the book.
I think this one was actually better if you started with the free comic book day issue first, because that one was a prequel issue, and it kind of teased. Was it the Slayer character, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get a teaser of that guy, and it makes you want to read what's next, kind of thing. Whereas I could see how from 1 on you could be lost. I could see that.
It's not even so much that I'm lost. It's
not your thing.
It was boring, and the art really takes me out of it. Like, the guy has some great covers, like I said, but the art in it just is not for me.
I won't argue with you about that.
Yeah.
And Preston, I don't know, because I haven't read. I need to try the Universal Monsters books. But I know that there's 1 or 2 that Ed's not the biggest fan of because of
the
because
Dracula
of
books.
Yeah.
Oh God, they're terrible.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the art on that one too. There's a couple opportunities to buy that, and I was like, nah, no thanks.
It's not like that. It's not like that, Preston. It's more like it almost looks like it's too digital. It's too AI like digital. It doesn't look comic booky. If that
you can tell it was done on a computer.
Right. You can tell it was all digital.
That's
just like
also,
you can spot bad CGI. You know, it stands out. Obviously, it's a wonder that it looks that way, but it's still, you've seen better in some points. Or
it's
it just
almost
doesn't fit.
like, you know, that Dynamite book, Siren's Gate. I wasn't a fan of that one either.
Well, you just made me feel so much better about when we talk about Stranger Things. You made me feel so.
I know it wasn't for you, but this thing right here, much like some of the other books I'm going to get into about price wise, I don't get it. I don't get
that cover right there is still the best cover I have. I love that cover.
Good.
Which one isn't bad?
Let's see.
He's got some great covers, but yeah, I'll agree with you about the internal art.
It kind of takes away, like it's just too much.
Yeah.
Right. It kind of did the same thing to comics that remember that old video game Dragon's Lair when it came out?
Yeah.
It just didn't play right because it was parts of a cartoon and you weren't really fully in control.
Yeah.
It's kind of that same kind of comparison.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I get that. But you not liking the story at all, that's okay. That's cool. I mean, it's not my favorite horror book by far. I just love the covers.
Fine. Fine.
Fine, don't like it. Now
Did I hurt your feelings?
I'll
this
take
next
my
one
ball.
Feelings.
is the second book I think out from the new DC Vertigo. Bleeding Hearts was the first one. I really dug that one. This one, it had Kyle Stark's name on it, so I was going to read it. I'm going to need more of this one. I don't have like a real strong opinion. I don't think it's one of the best opening books I've read from Kyle Stark's. This is about the dude on the front cover. His name is Eddie Stallion. He belongs to this group of, I guess they're mercenaries or something like that, called the Menagerie. They all wear different animal heads. And one of the big rules of the Menagerie follows is you don't pull jobs on other Menagerie members. And Eddie is like hired by his friends to do this job. Halfway through the job, he realizes they just hit a Menagerie member's house. So it's basically like what they call it, John Wick, excommunicata happens basically, and he has a price on his head. So he decides, he's going to travel to the one place nobody's going to look for him, and that's to his father's house. Something happened between the two of them because even his father pulls a gun on him. And that's as far as I'm going to get with that one. I'm going to give this one a few more issues. Like I said, I liked it, but for me, definitely not the strongest opening issue of a Kyle Starks book. And there's not too much by Kyle Starks I don't like. Where Monsters Lie, the six sidekicks of Trigger Keaton, Devil on My Shoulder, which I talked about that one last week. That third issue, crazy. Things so good. Peacemaker Tries Hard, things like that. So I think part of it comes from the fact that I haven't found a likable character yet, because Eddie is not a very likable dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, Ed is a likable dude. Eddie Stallion, not so much. But, again, this is only the second book from this line. I have faith in Kyle Starks. Pine and Merrimack was another Kyle Starks one that I didn't know I was going to like until, I read it. So, again, this one.
Something that I've noticed over the last few years?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be really deep into Vertigo because they would have some great stories. But it seems like over the last little bit, Vertigo has kind of become the place that they just put stuff that they want to put out. And there's not a whole lot of thought in it. And I'm wondering if that has anything to do with why you're not digging the first issue so much.
I mean, it could. Vertigo's been gone for a little while. Like, this is their comeback. And they started with for some reason, the Bleeding Hearts one, I immediately liked. This one, again, I like it, but I'm gonna need another issue or two before I'm like, guys, you should read this book. Like, obviously, you should give something new a try, or if it's something that looks interesting to you, absolutely. For me personally, I'm gonna need probably another issue or two before I really decide if it's for me. Taking a break from the books, I wanted to talk about this one real quick because I am so excited for it. Absolute Green Arrow. I am so all about this book. This is supposed to be, from the synopsis that I read, it looks like Oliver Queen's been murdered. So I don't know who this absolute Green Lantern is supposed to be, but this is supposed to be an urban horror reimagining of Green Arrow. And that's something that really kind of caught my attention, because none of the absolute books that I've read so far, I mean, yeah, there's an issue where there's maybe some scary stuff in it, but it doesn't feel like any of them are like themed around any kind of horror. So I mean, I've been wanting absolute Green Lantern since they announced after the first 3 books and that they were going to be doing 3 more. I've wanted it since then. But an urban horror reimagining of the character could be dope. So I'm very, very excited for this one. Plus, this cover is awesome. I think this is like Tula Lote, I think is the cover artist. I can't remember. But cover's dope. It caught my eye. So really excited for this one. Now we're going to get into the weeds with this. This is the second print of Dork. Now, showing this off for just a second because the first one sold out that week, couldn't get it anywhere, sold out at the distribution level, was going for crazy prices. So they're like, okay, we're doing a second print. Well, not only are they doing a second print, now there's a third print already in the works. This book has just taken off. Now, for me personally, being a huge fan of I Hate Fairyland and knowing that later on in the series, Brett Bean came on, I really dug this first issue. I still don't understand 100% how it got so big so fast. I feel like this could be something big later on, but the fact that the first issue kind of got, within a couple of days, they were sold out everywhere. Almost nobody, except for, Kyle telling me you should have watched the FOC show. I was like, yeah, but by then it was kind of too late for me anyway. You have that show at noon, and that's like my 6 a.m. So, y'all had a chance to read this yet, right?
I've read it.
I haven't.
You haven't read it? Okay.
I have not.
Well, to sum it up in one lump shell, it's kind of like a war between the elves and orcs.
Yeah, I mean, I seen the first page, and I could definitely tell that I hate Fairyland.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
it's got some funny moments. It's got some gritty moments. It's a decent read.
Looks good.
Does it deserve to go from $3.99 to $300 overnight? No.
Right.
But
there's quite a few books, in my opinion, that shouldn't have done that. This is definitely one of them. I really liked it. Don't get me wrong. I can't wait for more. I will get my second or third print or whatever print I can get just so I could have it. Because again, I've said this many times already. Third print reads exactly the same as a first print.
Right.
So, Dork tied to another? I don't think so, Preston. I don't think it's tied to anything. I think this is just, from Brett Bean. After I can't remember when exactly he jumped on, but he started doing the art for I Hate Fairyland for Scotty. So I think the more when Gert was like grown up, was the stories that Brett drew for. But I don't know. I don't know at all. There's already, like I shared earlier, there's that thread store already, and I've looked and I was like, man, all that merch looks awesome. But so there's this one, right? And then the next one is one that out of the 3, I don't understand this one the most. That apparently this is sold out. Like, I get that it's funny, it's irreverent, it's very meta. They make, there are funny bits in it. But when I heard that this was also selling out places, I was like, what is going on? What is happening? Like, this one I understand the least out of the 3 books I'm going to show. I don't know. Somebody else who's read it, like, am I just really, I don't know. I can't even begin to explain this book to people if you haven't read it.
I loved it.
I liked it, but I was like, nothing happens till almost the very end as far as hippos go. I was like,
well, I mean, you had to learn about a little bit of the back before I got into it, but I love it, and I've been praying ever since that there's going to be a cocaine bear hippo crossover.
Oh goodness! Still waiting for them to Cocaine Bear Meth Gator crossover, because Asylum, I think, did Meth Gator, because of course they would. But yeah, I don't. This is sold out. Like it's a fine read, and as long as it stays at the price point of the book, cool. I get that. But then you have this next book, which again,
the whole
go
sorry,
ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're too fast. No, I thought it was fun, and the whole thing behind it is hippos on a cocaine bender going through a police raid, but and the best part was they're snorting lines off a table in the middle of their rampage, which made no sense. But I love it. It's just pure chaos, and it's got a little bit of horror. It's got a lot of dark comedy in it, and that's the kind of stuff that just hits to me for whatever reason. But
Yeah,
does it have any reason to be sold out and $200 a copy? No, it's just stupid. But
character
I love the book.
characters saying stuff like "big leap" or "draw your gun," or just basically commenting, calling out what they're doing. That
Yeah.
stuff, it's funny. Like, don't get me wrong, the book is funny. I had a good time reading it, but the fact that it's sold out already is just, it's wild to me. But almost not as wild as this one right here, White Sky. Y'all, this sold out on Wednesday when it dropped and was already on eBay. Last time I saw it for like 60 to 80 bucks. This book's already, it was already sold. Like, what is these last couple of weeks? What is going on to where these books, random books, like at least Dork, I thought was going to be fun when I first heard about it. I didn't even know about this book until I got sent a picture for Comic Collectibles saying, "Hey, we got a couple copies of this. We're gonna sell it." And I went and looked it up, and I was like, "Wait a second, this just dropped today. How is this already sold out today and already up online at these ridiculous prices? Like, what is going on? Is there some like highly influential YouTuber or social media person that is just hyping up these books to where it does that?" Because here's what we're going to talk about, and here's the question I want to pose to y'all and people in the chat, because I can already tell you my answer is 100% they should. There should. Hey, Mike, how's it going? I think speculators are trying to buy up copies. See new quarters. The figure collectors are buying up bulk. Never seen like new coins recently. I guess, man, this is crazy, because my question is, and I know it can't be stopped. Speculation in this hobby is never going to stop. Okay. Do you think that on New Comic Book Day, in the stores, online, brand new books, no matter how hot they are, should be sold at cover price for at least a day or two? And should people who walk into a shop be limited on copies? My answer is yes. So,
I don't think you can have both.
mm,
There's no doubt in my mind that at least for the first day, definitely, but for me, it would be the first week. They should have to sell the book at the cover price. Name me another thing that comes out for sale and that the store can legally just quadruple the price because they want to. You can't. It's
See,
ridiculous what happens.
and
And
was
you
it
can
the
also
stores?
limit.
yeah,
Go ahead.
oh, goodness.
Was it the stores that was actually doing it? Jacking the price ups?
There's
Or was it just people who had them after they were sold out that
So
were just
on the Geek Chat, they usually do 1 in 25s for the giveaways,
Mhm.
but Dez ended up buying just a B cover. That B cover was like 10 or 15 bucks.
Wow.
So some stores,
The day it came out.
I'm not saying all of them, but some stores, they see a book that's hot, but like somebody told me before, people are buying them though. Like people are going to go online and spend $120 on dork, first print.
Online, I get it,
Yeah,
but like walking into a store that you get your books at, for pull, like I have a pull list here at this shop, and I walk in, it said $2.99 right there. Oh, no, 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 we're not doing that here today. That's the last day I'm shopping there.
yeah,
But uh, I, yeah, so I didn't
yeah,
know if that was just resellers or not.
yeah. And Mike, that definitely is what it reminds me of, but with comics.
Yep,
Well,
opportunists.
it's like I liken it to those, and I don't. Whatever people collect, I'm cool with. I'm not a Pokemon person. I know plenty of people that are. But when you see those videos of grown ass men going to the Pokemon card thing with a basket and just knocking the whole rack into their basket, things like that, it irks me. I understand that they're paying for that. I get that. But there's also a small part of me is like, you're not going to leave anything for like a kid to enjoy. And for me, it's the same way with a comic book. You're going to go into a shop and grab 15 copies of a comic. That means some little kid that, if the comic was geared towards a kid, of course, I'm not talking about some of these books, but you're going to do that so you can flip them. And you ruin it for people that maybe there was somebody who's never read a comic before, but for some reason, one of their friends or they saw it somewhere was maybe something about the comic just intrigued them. They're like, maybe this will be the first comic I buy. And then they go to the store and, well, we're sold out. And then people make the argument of, well, this is why you need to have a pull list at your LCS. Not everybody can do that. There are some of us that can just walk into a store and buy a copy. Like we can't afford having a pull list with a place. Some of us have to plan out when we're going to be able to buy something. Okay.
Hey, no, can you follow up on why you think you can't do both?
Well, because if you're going to, and that was only as far as a consumer, that had nothing to do, that opinion wasn't based on if a store was doing it themselves. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to let somebody come in and just grab the whole stack, then you shouldn't be allowed to resell it at that higher price. So therefore you would be discouraged not to go in and grab all those bulk. But if you were regulating that, you could only have so many, then you could, let whoever charge whatever that night on eBay if they wanted to, because they only made it out of the store with one that day or that afternoon. Yeah, they might go to a different location and get another one, but they still had to make that effort and not just taking the whole rack of 10 off from that one store. And then go into the next store and doing the same thing because they let them do it at the last one.
Yeah.
And then now this one person's got all the books from this whole town, and they're selling them on eBay, and now they're making, their week, their month.
Like you're
You know.
never going to be able to stop people from getting extra copies of comics. They can go, like Nope said, they can go to other stores. You can order online, stuff like that. But I just mean, like, yes, 100% pull list, honor pull list. Yeah. I just think at least for me, Ed's saying a week. I'm saying at least the first day or two. If there's any left, sell the book at cover. If the book somehow jumps to like $500 or $600 or something, and you want to sell it for 10 or 20 after the first week or whatever, that's on the people buying the book.
Right.
But first day being, kind of marked up like that, I don't know. It
feels illegal and shady to me.
It feels wrong.
I mean, if you're a store and you're getting these comics and they're supposed to be sold for $3.99 brand new, you should sell them for $3.99 brand new. If somebody on eBay is getting $100 for them, whatever. You're a store and you have customers. And if you've already got the books in your store and it's the first day, just because somebody looks on eBay and sees you can get $50 for it, they should not be allowed to raise the price that's printed on the cover of a new book at all until it's no longer a new book, which would be the end of the first week when the next new books come out. That's my opinion. But definitely at least for the first day. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just criminal. Absolutely criminal, if you ask me.
Well, because if
To
you
do
can
that to
get it,
somebody.
if you can get it at wholesale price because you're buying them in bulk as a store, you know, you're the only person making a profit off them straight off, you know, other than obviously the publisher themselves. But if, you know, you're jacking up the price right there to beginning or at the beginning, you're basically just dishonoring your code and your ability to get that wholesale price because you're a store. You're should be honoring that price right there on the book versus trying to make a buck because you're not a resale shop. Now, if a resale shop comes in and buys all your books, there's a problem there, you know, with what we were kind of saying earlier, because, you know, that's BS. But at the same time, that should be the person that's putting the price up there, not the actual shop themselves, because you're the reason why someone keeps coming in to buy these books at these prices, because you're the first line of comic to consumer, you know, before the resellers.
Yeah, like
And the minute a store tells to me, well, on eBay, no, that don't cut it. I'm like, I'm not on eBay. I'm here as
Right.
your customer. If I
Right.
wanted to shop eBay, I'd shop eBay. Well, we can get. I said, then take 5 of them and put them on eBay for $50. But if it's a
Right.
brand
But
new
you're not
book and
getting
I'm a
that out of
loyal
me.
customer, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. You're ripping
Well, you
off your
don't have to pay
customer.
shipping. You're here.
Yeah, yippee,
You're saving that.
yippee.
I'm sorry.
No, that's a touchy topic for me. I've never agreed with it,
Mm.
and I never will. A comic is not supposed to be a commodity where the price changes by the minute according to the stock market or whatever.
Yeah.
It's got a price printed on it. That's the price that should be honored until that book is no longer new. And to me, that's when the next new set of new books comes out.
Right.
It's like
Now, would our opinion have changed had we gotten these books?
No. No, because I was
No,
lucky enough.
no.
I was lucky
just
enough to
making
get
jokes.
several covers of the Mark Spears before anyone knew they were coming out because I'm a Universal Monsters fan. I didn't put them on eBay. I didn't rush to get rid of them. I kept them because I wanted them because I love comics. I don't use them as a commodity. I'm not trying to retire on buying, a comic. And if you're trying to do that, good luck to you, pal. Because I'm telling you right now, 6 months from now, they're not going to be this price. They're going to be half this price. They're going to be a third this price because it's not going to take off or something's not going to happen with number or whatever. And I also don't like it when stores use that as a selling point. Oh, this value is only going to go up. You don't know that.
Right.
You do not know that. Look at all the people that were going out and buying all the. Let me think. I'll use Morbius as an example because people love to hate that. As soon as that movie was coming out, oh my God, you looked on eBay, they were $800, $900, $1,200, blah, 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 ungraded. Movie came out, movie flopped. You can go get one now for $20. So the person that, it's only going to go up when the movie comes out, that bought it for $1,000, well, congratulations, you just lost $800.
Right.
Because you bought a comic not to read it, to abuse it.
The folks that bought all those first appearances of Dazzler because she was going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine, and then she wasn't.
One of the online stores that I attend their sales that's not on EXP, so I'm not going to advertise them. But they had a store exclusive cover of Taylor Swift as Dazzler that they paid a ridiculous amount for to get that exclusive cover. And then it never happened. Wah, wah, wah. Now they're having like 75% off sales on stuff to try to recoup the money they lost by paying that money to get that exclusive cover for something that never happened.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I told him this. I'm like, no offense, but I'm kind of happy about that. How can you be happy about that? Says because you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Now, like, I had no idea. Like, I knew the absolute stuff was going to be big, but I had no idea when Sean was like, "Hey, I'm going to order us some covers from someplace," and I just picked the regular A cover and the logo foil. That's what we were doing. I was getting A covers and the foil, the logo foils of the absolute stuff. I had no idea that Absolute Batman was going to blow up as much as it did. Like, that book is constantly rising, but guess what? I'm never going to sell it.
Thank you.
I have the book because I want the book. It's the same thing as if I would have missed out on Absolute Batman #1, but I still wanted a cover. Doesn't matter to me what printing it was. I don't plan on selling anything that I have.
You will
And
never
Absolute-
get this. You will never
Yeah.
get this.
never going to get this. But
La 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 la.
I also don't know. I couldn't tell you if there's anything in our collection that's worth anything. I have no clue. I've never tried to look up to see how much anything was. The only reason I know about Absolute Batman is because there was a time there where you couldn't do anything without seeing what the Absolute Batmans were up to. Like, I don't know if anything in our collection is worth anything. All I know is I have them because I love them and I want to read them. I never plan, unless I get a duplicate, and even then the duplicates go to our nieces and nephews. I don't ever plan on selling any of the comics. If we get dupes, we just put them in a box, and when the nieces and nephews come over, we let them pick out what they want. But again, I've never worked in a comic shop. The closest I've come to the comic industry is working at the EXP, and that's just producing the shows. So I don't have any knowledge of when does a store feel that it's right to mark up a book. What are they thinking? Are they thinking that day? Because I know there's some, like I said, there's some stores that mark that book up that day. But is there an appropriate time frame for a store to be like, okay, this book has been on like regular price for long enough. It's selling for this much. I think now is a good time to mark it up without people getting mad about it. That's something that I wouldn't know. Like, I would have to talk to Miss Jen or somebody that owns a store that I know to ask them about it. Because I've no clue how any of that, the inner workings of a comic shop at all. I'm just a fan that reads the books. So
You know what I would love to see, and it would hurt some people, but it would serve them right. I would love to see someone suing the comic industry for price gouging, like they did when the pandemic hit and people were wanting $100 for an 8-pack of water, and the president had to say, no, we will shut you down if you are not going to price gouge these people. And I know comics are not a necessity, but it's the same kind of thing. And I think you'd have a case, especially the stores the day it comes out that charge you $50 for a $3 book. I'm sorry, somebody sooner or later is going to say, I've had enough of this shit, and they're either going to quit comics. I wish somebody'd sue them, whoever they could sue, and then maybe it would stop. Because eBay is not a price standard for comic books. It's an auction site where crazy people will pay $15,000 for a potato chip that looks like Michael Jackson. That's what you're going to have setting your economic value on stuff? Come on, man.
Or grilled cheese that looks like Jesus.
Yeah, whatever.
That's right. Yeah, I know there's a sketch cover that Brett Bean did for Dork. They showed it on Best Coast Comics. And I can't remember if the price, I think it was like $2,500 is what somebody bought it for. Something ridiculous like that. Because, well, it's a 1-in-1, and the artist, I was like, yeah, but I don't know, man. I guess if you have the money to do stuff like that, that just seems wild to me to pay that much money for a single issue of a comic. It's not the art page.
I can share a story. Go ahead.
Remember that Cheeto that sold for like 75 grand or something?
Yeah.
It was in a plastic case, like it was graded. And it was sold for like 70, 90 grand or something on eBay.
Picture yourself as a
Who's
grading
buying
company,
this stuff?
and you get a package in the mail, and it's a Cheeto. Please grade this Cheeto. What? You want me to do what?
They'll grade anything, man.
Oh, I know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that until like the show's not on anymore. Jeff, when he had Jam Comics, and they were doing the show from that store. I didn't know until he was walking around his store. There was, I think it was either a card or like a cassette tape in a CGC thing, and I was like, "What don't they grade?" And he's basically like, "No, they'll grade anything. They'll grade posters. They'll grade." I was like, "They'll
Video
grade
games.
VHS tapes."
When I die, I want somebody to send my body to CGC and have me so slabbed and graded.
You'll be at 11.6 for $84 trillion.
Just saying. But no, this is really a broader topic, and it's a travesty because I've told you before about the hospitals.
Yeah.
Now, before I give away the books, I have to roll them up. I have to bend them because the last time I was told you might not want to do this anymore because someone here is stealing from the box. Before the kids you would steal from a dying kid for a comic book. So now before I give them away, I have to roll them up. I have to bend them. I'll put a rip in them. You know, nothing to hurt reading the book, but to hurt wanting to sell it. And it's sickening. Hey, Fable.
And you know what, Fable? For whatever reason, I've never had that. That's right. Eddie's headstone will read, "I'm a 10."
Which one of my headstones, Preston?
one of them definitely will have that. It'll probably equal like 100. I've never really had FOMO for like a cover. There's never been a cover where I was like, I have to get that, and I have to pay a ludicrous amount of money for it. If there's a cover that I think is way too much, doesn't matter if I like it. Sorry, man. I love comics, but I can't justify. Now, hey, what's up, Lorena? So,
hey, Lorena.
When I say that, knowing full well that I back Kickstarters, that people look at me like I'm crazy because they're like, yeah, but those covers are like $18, $20 for a cover for a single issue of a comic. And while that's true, the thing about that feels different to me is 9 times out of 10, most of the time, 10 times out of 10, that money from that cover is going to ludicrous speed go. It's going back into the next issue. Like they're paying their artists, they're paying all the people there. Anything left over, they're putting that money towards the next issue. So I don't mind when it's a Kickstarter doing that. And I know that seems a bit hypocritical of me to say that.
Not at all. You're not being hypocritical at all because if you read Kickstarter, it says you're not purchasing this. This is your award for helping us with our project.
Right.
So that you're helping your favorite artists or whatever to fund their project so they can make what you want them to make.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of them give you little freebie DBs to get you to give. So it's not like the book costs $25 on Kickstarter. No. You're donating $25 to PBS so that your kid can watch Mr. Rogers. You're not buying Mr. Rogers. And if you donate $100, you get a CD. You're not buying the CD. That's their thank you for donating $100.
It does make me feel a bit better.
So I wouldn't feel bad about that at all, brother. I do the same thing.
Yeah, because I also try to, it's not just Kickstarters with me. I do try to make it to local comic shops around here and buy a comic when I can.
Exactly, Preston. Exactly.
Okay. All right. That does feel good because that's what I tell people though. When they come to me with that, well, I don't do Kickstarter stuff because their books are way too expensive. And I was like, well, they are a little pricey, but here's where that money goes. It's not like that person running the Kickstarter, unless they're one that I will not talk about on air. We can talk about it after the show. I've only been screwed one time on a Kickstarter, but they're not pocketing that money. It's they're reinvesting into their next issues. And there you go, Fable. I was saying the same thing. I liked it. It's a good thing that I personally like the art in it because there's a big chunk of it where there's no dialogue. So again, I'm trying to figure out somebody somebody in the social media comic space had to have hyped that book up or something. Something had to have happened. Like I was just
You would
getting,
think that with all of your connections, if something like that was going on, though, you'd have heard about it. I mean,
true.
where you work and Nick and all these other people, you'd think if there's somebody out there doing that.
Yep, and didn't hear about that book.
If the
until you read.
users are knowing enough to go buy them, then everyone else should be aware of this, whatever is causing it.
And knew nothing about this book until I saw it Wednesday. Didn't even know this book. Didn't pay attention to it. Didn't see it. What have you? And it just and I just got done saying that the tail end of 2024, and a lot of 2025, and then coming into 2026, I am so excited for comics. There's been not only stuff from DC. DC to me has been crushing it. But there's stuff from Marvel that I'm getting into, stuff I didn't think I was going to get into. The Cap run from Chip Zdarsky, I'm loving that. Just read issue 7 today. I'm still digging that one. And now there's a Wolverine like tie-in that ties into that Cap story, also written by Zdarsky. So I'm going to check that out. I heard the Geek Chat talking about Ultimate Spider-Man. I've read one issue of Ultimate Spider-Man. It was like right in the middle. And even right in the middle, I wasn't lost in the story, and I really liked it. Nick Cage.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Oh.
Well, at least Nicolas Cage would know not to buy the comic that's based on the movie he's doing, because that's going to bother him.
the
What
TV
movie?
show.
I will never forgive him for what he did to Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider.
I will never forgive him for what he did. And I know he didn't write it, but no. Bad. Down boy.
Spider-Man Noir looks pretty good.
I wouldn't know it's in black and white.
They're doing a color version too.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe I'll know.
Yeah.
I'll just let you tell me.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of cool. He voiced the character into the Spider-Verse movies. Jesus.
I'm going to have to mute myself first.
Infernal Hulk. Yeah, and I need to get on that one. I think somebody told me that they were kind of let down by the first issue of that, but I'm definitely going to give that one a shot just because it's Philip Kennedy.
I got to go take the dog outside real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm back.
Go ahead.
I've never heard it called that before.
So I gotta go take the dog out. So I want to read it just because Philip Kennedy Johnson is such a great dude.
Preston, I can't see black and white.
Yeah.
I'm not putting anything down black and white. The Universal Monster movies are my favorite movies I've ever watched, and they're all black and white, and I can't watch them anymore.
Yeah. That's why, again, I want to give. Now, Marvel Television, for some people, are in trouble because there are some people that aren't going to, and he said it on the show, it was Kyle, not going to watch Spider-Man Noir because Marvel needs to make it right with Fabrice Sapolsky, who was one of the co-creators of Spider-Man Noir. And they're making a lot of money off of something he co-created, and he's been written off. And I hate that for him, but it's just one of those things. But I want to give Marvel credit for doing, hey, we're going to do something in black and white, but we're also going to do it in color. I've told this story a million times. I will tell it again. Werewolf by Night. Loved it. So excited for it. We watched it. Now, Ed's not the only one who has trouble with black and white. Jenna has trouble seeing black, white, gray, stuff like that. So we watched it, and I had to describe it to her because she couldn't see it, and I felt terrible. Then, at the end, spoiler alert for this if you haven't seen it, at the end when it turns color, she was really happy. And then when we found out, hey, they did a colorized version of it, we watched it again. I was so happy because my first thought was not only does Ed get to see it, my wife gets to see it, but other folks out there that have trouble, whether they were born not being able to see black and white, or something happened, with the eyesight. I was so happy that they did something like that. So they get major props to me for letting my wife enjoy something, and my brother here to be able to see something that I really thought, I was like, Ed's gonna love this when he can watch it. I think that was one of the best things Marvel had put out in quite some time. Was that Werewolf by Night, and I really hope they're going to do more with it in the future.
Believe it or not, I liked it even when I could only see like 20% of it.
Well,
just from hearing it and getting into the story, but yeah.
Wow, I was. It was. I don't want to say I was happier than y'all could have been being able to see it, but I definitely was like, kind
That's
of punching
awesome.
the air. Glad
That's
that
awesome.
y'all be able to watch it.
Not, I don't take this the wrong way. I'm not glad Jenna has the problem, but I was glad to find out that I wasn't the unicorn.
Yeah.
Because whenever I would tell anybody, they'd be like, I've never heard of that before. What? And then you're like, Jenna's the same way. And I was like, what?
And lighter colors too. She has a little bit of a problem with lighter colors, not just black, white, and gray, but like light blues and stuff like that. So again, something really cool. I'm gonna check out Spider-Man Noir. I think it's awesome that Nick Cage, who voiced the character in Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, is going to be the character. I also love the fact
in it.
Yeah, he's
as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have a 70-year-old Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Is that what Noir is about? Is an old man Spider-Man?
Or
is he not going to ever be Peter Parker and he's only Spider-Man?
He's like a detective. He's like a private eye. It's set, the world is set in like the 30s or 40s. So, I mean, I think Nick Cage still has it. But again, I just have to see, because he's wearing a mask most of the time when he's dressed. I've always loved.
That's what I was wondering, is if Noir did they ever talk about whoever the human or whatever behind it is? Is it Peter Parker?
I want to say that it's I want to say sometimes it's Peter, sometimes it's Ben Reilly. I can't remember though. I'm not like overly familiar with him outside of like Into the Spider-Verse. Like I know of the character, but I haven't read like a ton of stuff with him.
This is just like a TV show, right? A streaming show or something?
Yeah, it's going to be a streaming show on Prime, which I thought was kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
So DC has their own streaming service, or Marvel has their own streaming service, and it's going to be on Prime.
Yeah. And I think
interesting. Must have been some money involved there.
Yeah, I think much like Wonder Man, they're dropping all the episodes at once. I haven't had a chance to watch Wonder Man. I much like everything these days, people told me you're either really going to like it or you're just going to hate it. They said it's not really a superhero show.
If you would have told me a week ago, yesterday, that by today I would be on season 4 of Stranger Things, I'd have thought you were out of your mind, because I'd never seen an episode. And that was like, what, 15 years when it came out? So,
oh God, yeah,
I'm way behind on stuff too.
It's been a bit.
We just started season 4, and somehow all of those 11-year-old kids turned into 20-year-olds, but they're still in school, and it's like,
yep.
What happened here?
Because there was a, trust me,
was that during the blip with Thanos? What happened?
From people who watched it live when it came out, there was one of those seasons. It was like 5 years in between the season. It was.
Wow. You can't do that with kids.
Okay, that's true. Spider-Man is still a Sony property. So maybe that's also I think we talked about this before. I think that's why the MCU also doesn't have Miles yet.
I always forget about that.
Yeah, I think they only have like main Spider-Man stuff, like Mary Jane and Spider-Man Peter Parker. I didn't even think about that. I haven't watched that yet either. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That one was kind of weird to me because the trailer I saw made it look like it was going to be more comical than Game of Thrones was. But I've heard from people that after a couple episodes, it starts turning into that Game of Thrones dark, grimy thing. But I liked Game of Thrones. I wasn't
Is that connected to Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I think it happens like way before any of the events of like that or House of the Dragon.
See, that's another Stranger Things for me. I've never seen it.
That was something that people talked about all the time. I started watching it. I liked it, but I wasn't one of these people that was like going to go to a bar and watch it with a bunch of people like I've seen people do. Like that bar.
I can't throw stones there because I did have Walking Dead parties.
Yeah.
So I can't throw stones there.
Well, I have certain shows that I would show up like that for. Game of Thrones was one of them. I liked it, but I wasn't as crazy about it, I think, as the rest of the world was. Very cool to hear that Mog did some of the art. Mog from SketchUp, Mog Park, did some of the artwork for Game of Thrones. I thought that was cool to learn that. Let's see. We're still having to wait forever for the next Spider-Verse movie. I think is either the end of this year or beginning of next year. Been hearing a ton of stuff about the Batman. Some that James Gunn has come out. Like James Gunn hasn't been debunking stuff for a while, but apparently enough people have started throwing stuff out there that he finally came out and was like, somebody said that the Batman 3 is going to be fast-tracked so they can get the trilogy out of the way just so they could start production on Brave and the Bold, which Gunn said that wasn't true.
Though, I think Gunn has fun.
Oh, yeah.
With all the speculators. And he feeds a lot of it with his half answers that he gives.
Yeah. And one of the things, the last thing that
I would too. I'd be the same way.
Yeah, the last thing I was going to talk about, like I don't have any more slides, so we're just going to talk after this. People freaking out. Now I made part of this. It's the top part you need to look at because there's the logo for lanterns. It just says lanterns. There's a little bit of green in it. There's a couple of scratches on it. I don't think that gets any no. But there are people that are like, this is the most basic, boring logo ever. And to me, could they have added a little more green to it? Yeah, they could have. But it's no different than some of the other logos for stuff we've seen. Man of Steel didn't have an extravagant logo. It just said Man of Steel.
Look at Reacher. It's a red thing that says Reacher.
Exactly. That was the other one I was going to bring up. Reacher just has a basic, all they did was change the color of the background every now and then.
Right.
So this isn't bad to me. I look, folks, I'm going to go on record and say this might be the most hot topic you ever hear Jay say outside of not liking Marx vs. Monsters. A logo doesn't make a show. This logo doesn't make me any less excited. What's going to make me less excited is if I watch the show and it's not good. The logo is not going to be telling of the movie. And it's been a while since I've done this, so I can do it now. Didn't like the Superman suit. Love the movie.
I'm trying to picture someone. I was going to watch that show, but I didn't like the logo.
I didn't like the logo.
I just can't. I can't even process that.
No, but it's a logo. I think it looks fine. I don't know what people are expecting. Like,
if they want the ring with lantern written on it, or
maybe
they're going to do more than just green. Maybe they're going to have the other lanterns. Maybe that's why it's not green.
Maybe they're just doing this so we're talking about it now, and then they come out with some big
free hype.
We're ready for it.
Exactly. But you know what? Even if they don't, I'm fine with it. And the next thing I was going to talk about actually ties kind of into Prime and into this discussion. Think of, I know Ed hasn't seen it, but anybody who's watched Invincible, The first title card is just yellow thing that says Invincible. Thanks, Jay. Now I'm here. Where's my super suit? I love Samuel L. Jackson in The Incredibles. Incredibles was a great superhero movie.
Okay. I thought that was something to do with Superman for a minute. I didn't get it.
Which is weird because I like the absolute Superman suit, and it has collars. For some reason, I just don't like the New 52 suit, but the absolute Superman suit, I love it. But anyway, so the logo for that show, at least the first season, it was just a blue background that said Invincible. The running joke in there is every time he would try to say his name, it would be the title card would show up. But every episode, a little more and more, a little bit at a time, the title card would get blood splashed on it. Every episode. To let you know that where the show is kind of going with the violence. Now, if somebody was going off of that lantern thing and wasn't going to watch Invincible just because it was a blue background with a yellow title on it, missing out on a great show. Speaking of Prime and Invincible, so it's kind of a twofer there. Apparently my reaction to Invincible season 4 has been unblocked. Didn't even notice it. So the thing had gotten up to 86 views, and I happened to look at it one day, and it was blocked. So I was like, okay. Now, if y'all remember, I did a trailer reaction to The Boys, the final season of The Boys. And no matter what I did to manipulate that video, I cut stuff out. I turned me upside down. I did all kinds of stuff. YouTube would not even let me upload it. So I have a video just sitting on my hard drive with my reaction that I edited and had all pretty and looking. Wouldn't even go up there. This one, let it go up there, let it get to 85, 86 views, and then it got blocked. So I was like, okay, well, it got the views it's going to get. I'm fine with it, whatever. At least it was seen. Tonight before the show, when I was looking to make sure that the subscriber count was still there, I happened to look at it, and I was like, they unblocked it. So, folks, if you want to see my trailer reaction to season 4 of Invincible, it's back up. I just thought that was weird. Just like out of nowhere, it's blocked for weeks. And then I guess somebody was like, nah, this is okay. And I think I've reacted to most of the trailers for Invincible. So I don't know why this one all of a sudden was blocked, but somebody somewhere decided, nah, it's okay. Look how small this channel is. Unblock it. Nobody's watching this. So that's up.
Small wins.
Yeah, that is definitely a small win for a small channel that's not monetized. I've said it before. Even if we were monetized, I would turn off monetization for trailer reactions because those are just fun. I like to do those. I like doing the trailer reactions because it's a weird thing where the way I do them is not like most people do. I make myself pretty small on the screen. I try not to talk through the trailer. I react afterwards. And the reason I do that is because it feels like we're watching it together. And I don't need to be paid to do that. I like doing stuff like that. Like, I don't even know when we're able to get monetized finally, I don't know how I'm going to feel about getting paid to do any of the videos, to be honest with you. Like an unboxing video, those are just fun. Somebody's going to pay me to do something like that. Okay. But take a drink. My throat is getting dry.
Yeah, I don't understand how all the money works either.
I know most of it is ad revenue. That's why you get those videos that have 35 ads for a 20-minute video.
Right.
A lot of money comes from merch, though, or from Patreon. So, and speaking of Patreon, folks, I know he was in the room earlier. Check out Triple B's Patreon so you can get his I'm not exact. Maybe it's the nudity on the covers that's unfiltered. Because if y'all know Triple B, he's not very unfiltered. He can be when he tries, but check out Triple B's Patreon. And if you haven't yet, check out his channel. He goes live every Wednesday. It's on his channel, of course. It's on right after the 1 hour comic collectibles show. So it's, what is that? 6 to 7, 8 Eastern, 7 Central on his channel, where he shows the hottest covers of the week. So yeah, fun time. I've been fortunate enough that the last couple of weeks, fortunate, I do get paid by the hour, that there hasn't been a show that goes over it. So I was able to join the chat and watch. So that's been fun. He used the cover that I sent him. Jenna and I were looking. She got Pumpkin from Obscure Comics. She actually found that while she was doing the show that they used to do on the EXP, Space Cadets. They went on a little Kickstarter journey. She found Pumpkin from Obscura and ordered it. And then I noticed that Triple B's been showing a lot of Obscura comics, like Becky Boo and things like that. Well, I got an email not too long ago for Hail Mary. And as soon as I saw those covers, I sent it to him. I was like, bro, I don't know if this can make your show, but it's a Sun Kumanaki cover. I think you should, if you don't show it, at least you can look at it. But he ended up showing it on the show. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, so watch Triple B, watch Weird Opes. I know that for right now, you guys are just kind of in the shorts domain. Is there, I know there's probably plans to do other things, but is there anything y'all got in the works outside of shorts right now?
We got some unboxings that I'm behind on from some Kickstarters, and like I got the Transformers unboxing still to do, all Mr. Fish's stuff, which that one probably be getting done sooner than later because he's got his Kickstarter going on right now for Green Zone paperback.
Yep.
So
yeah, he was on with Mog and Mel Thursday.
Yeah, I think I turned it on right at the end, and I seen his Doctor Doom that he did look wicked.
My goodness, man.
Who's on?
Mr. Fish.
Oh, really?
He's on SketchUp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a bummer. I wish I'd have known that. I'd have watched that just to mess with him.
Yeah. They had a guy named Nathaniel, and I don't remember his last name. He was doing a logo that looked really good. There's Mr. Fish doing the Doctor Doom. There was
I'm gonna have to go back and check that out.
it was OMG the artist, Mario. A guy's name is Mario. That did this Batman that was just phenomenal. Yeah. And Mario's a very, that's my first time meeting Mario character. I'm telling you, the guy, he also did a He-Man he had already done and put it out for folks to bid on, because he got really excited because he was the first bid on the show. Somebody bid on his Batman the first, and he was so excited, hyped for it. He called his girlfriend in the room to tell her somebody bid on my piece. So he pulls out this He-Man that he did. And this He-Man, y'all, go and watch the SketchUp show to see. The He-Man was just great. And I know the way I said that. I get it. Somebody
you broke me. I had to go off camera for a second, man.
Yeah. But it was a fun show. Like I tell them all the time, because I said a little bit of on the Geek Chat. I may be biased, but I genuinely love all the shows on the experience. I love working them. I love working with the folks there. And it's very, I want to say fulfilling that when I see shows like the Geek Chat, who I helped run their first show back when it was Comic Book Beardies, and Rich was trying to do a sales show, but his connection was so bad we kept having to stop and take breaks. So to see that show go from where it was to the show where they have 20 people in the room almost every show. That just is awesome to me. I love that. Ed, did you say something?
No, my
Oh.
missus is wanting to have a conversation right in the middle, so
Oh,
I had
okay.
to pause it.
My bad. I was like, did he pull a J and mute himself and try to talk?
I have never pulled a J, and I don't want to pull a J.
Oh, you'd be fortunate to pull a J. What are you talking about? I tell you what, I gotta tell this story because it just happened. And
Oh,
maybe
boy.
if Triple B is still in the chat. So Triple B gets started with a show on Wednesday. And he's muted. And I'm not exactly sure how OBS works, but I think that chat is kind of weirder to get to than the restream chat where it takes too long to get up. And we're all in the chat telling him he's muted. I messaged him, was like, bro, you're muted. He does something for half a second when he finds out that he's muted. He goes, did that work? Then he does something else and turns it back off. And then his background music is playing. So it's just bells. And I told him, when we finally figured it out and got it all fixed up, I told him, I say, hey, man, don't worry about it. Do you know how many times I have started my live show and I pull out a J of lettuce? You know how many times I started this show and I'm still muted and I don't realize it?
That one time it went like 4 minutes, and I felt so
I had
bad.
a lot of good stuff I was saying too.
I had to pop out. I'm like, dude, you're muted. And you're like, you guys didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
You're right. We didn't.
And then I had to remember what I said. And I, just like with reading books, once I say it most of the time, it's gone. Repeating myself is not something I'm good at because I don't remember what I said.
Dude, when I was making that last short that I did that had my voice on it, I forgot to hit record. And I'm like, where's the file? Yeah. Where's the file? What the hell just happened? And I had to do it all over again. And I don't write script. And I was actually liked what I said.
Yep.
It's gone. And then the worst thing I did was I tried to remember what I said instead of just talking. Because if I'd have just started talking again, it'd been fine. But I was trying to remember what I said. And it ended up taking me like 3.5 hours to do that video.
People can definitely tell when I script stuff and when I don't. And main reason is when I talk like a regular normal human being that can speak, there's a lot of ums and ahs when I talk. When I script things out, I may script it out, but I don't read it 100% what I've written down. There's sometimes I improv. I'm just trying to make sure I get a basic thing of what I want to say. Like this week, I will have a short that I haven't. The last short I did, folks, I do this stuff for fun, especially shorts. Shorts are just fun for me. I don't expect to get hundreds of thousands or even hundreds of views on it. What I've been doing is just taking the covers and showing people, 10 or 15 covers of stuff I've read for like a week at a time, just to put them out there. Well, after reading Dork, I got to thinking because I read Dork, and then I think right after or right before I had read Babs, which is a fun book if you've never read that from Ahoy. And I got to thinking, what are some of my favorite talking weapons in comics? So the short is going to be 5 best comics with talking weapons. I'm going to work on that tomorrow, hopefully get it released next week.
But is this going to involve a shield?
Yeah. I love the shield already. Like, spoiler alert, that
it's not as good as the battle axe, but
no, the axe is his own thing, and I hope that rumor about Barbaric being made into a show is true, and that Sir Patrick Stewart is supposed to voice Axe. If that's the case, I hope that is true. It looks like it is. I haven't dove too much into it outside of Barbaric. So there's 2 spoilers, but you get to hear my thoughts on them too. But Barbaric is one of those books that it's got a couple of series now. I love that book since the first issue. That is a book that I got 2 copies of it because Jenna got one when she was working at the store, and I actually bought a cover from Miss Jen when she was doing a walk around because I loved it. And then when I got it and read it, I was like, not mad at all that I have 2 copies of this book. Not mad at all. They're different. I got a variant cover, and I think Jenna got the A because I'm just an A cover. Just this one cover, I was like, that's cool, and it wasn't like ridiculously priced or anything. I think it was cover price. So I was like, okay, I'll grab that one. And then Jenna told me she already got it. So, but yeah, Axe and Barbaric is one of them, a 100%. But
I'm sitting here in my mind trying to come up with 5.
well, I got a list, and at the end, I'm going to ask this question. I asked the question, is there more? Because 5 is all I could come up with.
Off the top of my head, I'm only coming up with 3. So I'm curious to see your list. And when I see them, I'll be like, oh, dummy. Oh, duh.
Or it could have been a book you haven't read.
Could be. And that would give me reason to read it.
Yeah. Like doing this little, well, it's not little, but they're doing this resolution that I've been doing has really gotten me to, I've been wanting to read more comics anyway, right? And at least one a day is not really that big of a hassle for me. I can do it like while I'm waiting to work, or if I get done with the slides early enough, I can read. Like I said, I read a bunch of stuff today, which I think I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to talk about the book that was on the list, and it was, I know this might be crazy to some folks, Something is Killing the Children. I had never read this book from the beginning. Again, when Jenna was working at the comic shop, she brought home the volume 1 trade. She read it, Sean read it, and when I was about to read it, she had to take it back. So I'd never read anything Something is Killing the Children until an episode of In Stores This Week, where I read issue 20, apparently. Now, when I read issue 20, I had heard all this talk about how phenomenal the series was, one of the greatest comics going today. And I was like, I can see why people like it, reading issue 20. Then, when it came out, they did a Something is Killing the Children 0. I read that. In reading that, I found out that one of these, do I have the right one? I'm probably not going to have the right one pulled up, so give me a second. Nope, that's not it. This is it. Apparently, this scene was in the first issue, which when I read it today, I was like, oh, it sure is. So the issue 0, if you haven't read it, leads directly into this first issue. Now, this isn't the first part of the book. This is something that happened. They do this. It's very strange, almost cold open style, where they tell a little bit about the story, and then you get the title page, and then it goes into the rest of the story. But this was my first time reading it. I read, it probably does count, Preston, but I actually didn't find that out about that until I was looking up some other stuff. That is next on my list to read, at least. Sam and his talking gun. I had already made the short when I learned about, or I already had the stuff written down when I learned about that one, and I haven't read it. So, but so I read, even though I had read 20 before, I read issues 1 through 20 before the show today. Now, Is that because I think this is the greatest comic book that's ever been written? No, but it was very good. It's very good, and those 20 issues, I don't know why, but they felt fast. I have rarely ever read 20 issues of a comic in a day, let alone an hour or two before the show started. Like I was literally closing up here, went to go get something to drink, came back to sit down, and I saw Nope and Ed were here. Like I read this book right up until like it was time. Like I get the hype for the book. I do. Not the best thing that I've read even on the list, but interesting enough story. Now, the first 15 issues, and I've said this about Superman, the Absolute Superman book. I'd never read a comic before where the first 15 issues of the comic are the first arc of the story until I read this. So this is the second book I've read where 15 issues was the first arc of the story. Right when you think that the story is ending, another part picks up. So how this one opens is a boy is having a slumber party, sleepover, whatever you want to call it. And he tells this story about this thing that lives behind his house in a ravine. And they're playing truth or dare, and he decides to dare his friend to go down to the bottom of the ravine. The next thing we know, we see the young man with the glasses you see here at the bottom of the in the bottom panel, sitting across from a detective covered in blood. And it takes a little bit before it shows you what happens. I knew the book was gonna be a little gory because I did read that issue 20 and the issue 0, but I guess it's been a while since I read them, and I was a bit surprised when they showed what happened to his friends. I was a bit surprised. So in this world of something is killing the children, monsters are real, but only kids can see them unless you're a part of the Order of George, which is our main character, our main monster hunter, Erica Slaughter. That's the house she belongs to. And what's really cool is after the 15 issues were up, they do a little five issue, I guess, kind of not a mini series, but 5 issues after is traveling back and seeing how Erica ended up in this order. What happened to her family? Why she is the way she is. So, like, folks, there are things that happen in this book that just very much surprised me. Since adults can't really see the monsters, when the adults are seeing some of these kills, it just looks crazy. It looks crazy. It's like people just having an arm ripped off or being ripped in half, but it looks like nothing's there. So I highly enjoyed this. I can't believe that it's taken me this long to read it. But I mean, it's one of the monsters like, look at that. It's crazy. Like I get the hype behind it. I'm not as hyped for it, but it is something that I'm going to definitely continue reading. And I would tell you, if you are someone who, I don't want to say jaded. Jaded is not the right word. If you're someone that people maybe overhyped or talked about this book so much to you that you're just like, I don't even want to read it now, because that happens sometimes. A movie or something gets talked to about so much that you kind of lose interest. And you're like, yeah, I kind of don't want to look at this now. Give it a shot. It's a great horror story. I love the premise. There's a reasoning behind the monsters too that, to me, I kind of figured that that's what it was going to be. But this was it was a solid read. like I said, anything that could have me sit there and read 20 issues in a row, for me is definitely something worth checking out. Like I said, the story is good. Erica is a very, very good character. Would you read the issue 0 before you started the series, or could you just randomly, if you felt like it, go back and read it? Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's better to read a couple of issues first and then read the issue 0, because it felt like it made something. It would have something a little more impactful for me had I had done it that way instead of reading the 0 first when I did. But great book. This is James Tynion IV, which I'm a big fan of James Tynion. The art was by, I got it written down here, folks. Art was by Werther Deladero, I believe is how you say that. Colorist was Mikel Morto, and letterer was Ann World Design. So this is a fun one. I think there's 40. Sean finished this up. I know that much. I think he read to like issue. I think there's 45 issues of it or something like that so far. Because he tells me, he goes, this was before it got picked on the list. He decided he was going to reread it because Sean collected it. He missed out on the first couple issues, so then he went and bought some David Mack covers of the first 5. But he's like, all right, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to read the whole thing through. I was like, all right. And he was like, yep, still as great as I remember. And it leaves off on a cliffhanger. So now I got to start, waiting week to week or month to month or however the books come out to finish the story. So, and I can tell you this, folks, to get Sean to spend that much time, Sean loves comics too. But Sean is not a sit in one place for too long and do something like that for too long kind of person. So to have him do that in a couple of days, pretty astounding. Okay, so 46 is on the FOC list this week. Okay. Yeah, so I got 25 issues and I'm caught up. So they read lightning fast. And that's not for lack of anything. They just, I don't know, they're just fast. Like, have either of y'all ever read Something's Killing the Children?
Mm-hmm.
No?
I read the first 10 or 11. It wasn't for me.
Yeah. No, I trust me, I could definitely, as much as I see people that like it, I can definitely see people not being into it.
And then when that House of Slaughter came out, I jumped on that one just to see if it was worse. I only made it past the second issue of that one.
That one I didn't like. The House of Slaughter one, I didn't like at all.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, then I'll say it is trash.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. But this one,
Let me guess, you love it. Nope. Have you read House of Slaughter? Oh,
no,
okay.
Yeah. Nope, hadn't read any Something is Killing the Children stuff. But I think there's like 3 different series for it.
Something like that.
There's like Book of Slaughter,
Yeah,
House of Slaughter,
couple
and then the main one.
spin-offs.
And then there was like a Codex one.
Maybe even another one. Something.
Oh.
You're not missing anything. Nope, you're good.
Just yet another universe to dive down into.
I would suggest at least reading a little bit of.
You did that on purpose, you bastard. And I know you did.
Something is Killing the Children. Nope, you may like it.
Yeah.
House of Slaughter felt like a cash. Yeah, that's supposed to be turned into a series of some sort. That was an option thing a couple years ago. They're supposed to do a Netflix show or something on that. Of course, I'm still waiting for Prime to do 8 Billion Genies. That was announced. It feels like after the 3rd issue of that series that Amazon was doing a show for it.
I'm still waiting for season 2 of Paper Girls.
Somebody's going to end up rebooting that thing before they ever do a season 2. Somebody's going to be.
It might be me, damn it.
Hit the reset button. Let's see. So I went through the booklet. One of these days, I'm going to have somebody else who has read one
Something.
of my. Yeah. Well, it's not like I never tell y'all, hey, y'all have to read anything.
I was just going to say, Sir J of Burns, if you would tell us ahead of time what books you want to talk about. It only takes me 5 minutes to read a comic book.
That's the thing. I didn't know which books I was going to talk about till I built the room today.
I'm just playing with you, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why. You'll be waiting a while
because you work all the time.
Yeah.
Like everybody else.
True. Mine's so random though and scattered sometimes.
Well, when you don't know until the day of that you have a 90 issue show coming on at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
That kind of makes life a little hectic.
I
didn't mention any names.
Well, I don't know, but just like y'all in the chat out there, if there's ever a list book that you see pop up and you want to read it too so we can talk about it together, by all means, please do. I would love the interaction. I love having y'all in chat talk about the same stuff we're talking about. Let's see if I can do this correctly. So like I said, everything's all kinds of wonky. Let's pick that in. There we go. Let us pick. We'll take the chat off. The next book on the list. One of these days, it's going to hit the Paper Girls book that Ed wants me to read.
I'm betting on The Long Batman.
The Long Batman. All right, here we go. Let's see what I'm reading for next week. Long Batman.
Tonight's just one trigger after another.
Goodness.
Oh Lord, it's the giant purple monster or giant blue monster.
Right next to it. Getting closer, Ed. It's getting closer. So I'm going to read as much as I can.
Get the 3D with the glasses.
Of The Watchmen. I've never, that's what most of the books on the list are. They're books I've never read. Come on, let's get rid of that now.
Have you watched the movie?
Yeah, I really dig the Watchmen movie. I really liked it. And that's something I tell people that I guess that didn't like it. I'm like, yeah, but isn't that except for one big thing that they move out of the way?
One really big thing scared me out of that movie.
Isn't it like almost a 1-to-1? Like the closest you're going to get to a comic book adaptation from book to screen that there's been. That's what I hear.
I've heard that there was little changes, very little changes.
Never read it. Never finished watching it, so I don't know.
The Watchmen movie was. I had a manager a long time ago. Who told me, he goes, I took that disc and I flung it out the window. I was like, sorry you didn't like it. I mean, I wouldn't have wasted money doing that, but okay. Not even a year later, he tells me, he goes, I got bored one night and ended up rewatching it on TV. I really liked that movie. I was like, yeah, it's good. It's not your typical superhero movie. And
now, isn't The Watchmen a graphic novel, or was it issues? So you're going to read the whole novel?
No, I'm going to read as much as I can.
That was one of the very first ones to actually consider a graphic novel, though, wasn't it?
I thought so.
Because I also have, where do I have it at? Hold on.
Alan Moore.
Oh, come on.
Pretty sure.
Quick, no hide. He's not here.
Yeah, too bad, guys. We tried.
I knew you'd hear us. Oh, thank God, he's got his pants on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
Haven't cracked them open, but it's
Looks like a Watchmen box set.
so it's basically all the issues, but they're all hardcover.
And then all the extra issues too, because wasn't there like side series that complement or like went along with it? It was after. It's like specific characters.
Well, so this is one through 12 of, I guess, the main story. Now,
Oh, okay.
way before I got any of this, I have a not Doomsday Clock, but I have a 4-issue run of Rorschach. It's like 4 or 5 issues,
Right.
which I found on eBay. That's where I got it from, and I read those. And I really dug those. So, like I said, I like the movie.
I have the main hardcover, but still in the shrink wrap.
Yeah, these I was like, man, that's 12 of them to 12 of them to warm up. I'm not too sure I'm going to do that. I'll find another way to read it, but I'm going to read as much of it as I can. You know, and much like everything, I'm still working on getting Firepower and all those books I put on my list that I didn't realize how many issues there were. There's some of them I kind of like when the smaller ones get picked, the ones I can finish in 5. But, you know, every now and then I get the ones that are like.
Have you ever read Moss?
I've heard of Mouse. I've never read it.
Oh, God. You have to make time. It's
Spiegelman.
fantastic. And
Not
for me
Mouse
to say
Guard, but
that
Mouse.
about, huh?
Not Mouse Guard, but Mouse. Right?
Maus.
Okay.
Yeah. Art Spiegelman.
If you haven't read that, anybody, read it. It is a fantastic, it's not even really, well, it is horror, but it's not. It's true horror, but
Right.
and I love it.
How's it going, Ultimate Warrior? Do you prefer Spawn, Scorpion from NK, or Ghost Rider? I actually am a Spawn fan. Like, I like Scorpion and I like Ghost Rider, but Spawn's always been a character that, even in the crummy Spawn movie with Michael J. White, I enjoyed it.
I don't think it's coming. I'll stand behind that movie. That's still good.
Yeah, that's what the air quotes were for. I didn't think it was crummy. I really enjoyed it. I think there was things that they tried to do in that movie that the tech just wasn't there yet. But I still like it.
Some things that they did, wow, still wow. Like the cape, that was way before its time.
Yes,
It's better than a lot of CG today.
I've made the argument before about today's CGI versus CGI from like 2000s, because you look at the first Transformers movie, the CGI in that is so much better than some today's movie. Or take it back, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Some of the CG in Lord of the Rings is leaps and bounds better than some stuff we got today. I don't know too much about All-Star
It's
Batman.
like almost 25 years old, too.
Yeah.
That
So I'm going to have to go with Moon Knight with that one. Who's more insane, All-Star Batman or Moon Knight? I don't know too much about All-Star Batman. But Moon Knight having 18 million personalities kind of makes me think he's a little more crazy. All right, so gotta make sure so I don't forget. Watchmen. As much as I can read.
Don't write it down. It's not on the list anymore. It's gone.
Yeah. We're getting down to the last 1, 2, 3, 4, last 6 books. When I finish these 6 books, there will be a whole new list of books I've never read before that I've been wanting to read, that have been on my list, that I just, for whatever reason, all I need is that push.
Put mouse on it. Put mouse on it.
I will put mouse on the next
I couldn't recommend that more to anybody, and to anybody that wants to get into comics. If you've never been into comics, if you think comics are all goofy and there's no way I could get into a story, there's no way comics are lame. I guarantee you, you read Mouse and your opinion will change. Comics can be a very powerful medium.
Preston, I think that might be the plan. I am not 100% sure if he's really going to do Kingdom Come or not. That would be, to me, it's something I would like for them to lead to. I'd like to see something a little bit different, man. Don't get me wrong. I really wanted to see Darkseid. I really did, especially after the Snyder cut. But if it leads up to something like Kingdom Come, I'd be totally fine with that. I'd be totally fine with that.
See, this is where it sucks, because by the time they get to where they could have that, I'll probably be dead. That's what sucks about getting old, man.
That's why I'm just like, folks, you might not love everything that they do in this new DCU, but don't root for it to fail, because I don't want to be 70 years old waiting to get to freaking The Flash. It already feels like I'm going to be in my 50s before we even get Batman.
Well, I hope it comes out.
I feel that way too.
Well,
I hope
even,
well, let me reword it. I hope I'm in my 50s when we get the next Batman.
Not that much older than me, Ed.
I'm a whole person older than you.
You might be a teenager older than me.
I'm old. Trust me.
Whatever. I mean, Nope's the
I was still in my 40s way back when the first Batman came out. Just kidding.
I was fixing to say you were not 40 years old.
Batman.
Oh, the Batman. That one I could actually believe.
Well, it's true.
Just saying.
But then you said you'll be in your 50s. I'm like, I'm hoping I'm still in my 50s, because I'm still waiting for my sequel.
Yeah. Well, next year, I guess.
Yeah, don't bet on it.
Flash of Two Worlds. Is that the one where they brought Barry and Jay Garrick together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So far, we've only gotten that on
Flash 123.
See,
where they got the bridge. The bridge is in the middle. You got Barry Allen on one side, Jared Garrick on the other one. They're rushing towards the same guy. He's like, "Help me, Flash!" It's like they both say, "I'm on my way," or whatever.
They made a stand-up of that. I've seen it before.
Freaking kudos to you for knowing that, man. That's impressive.
It's one of the expensive ones. It's one of the holes in my Flash collection. I only have it in facsimile.
Are you going to fill your hole, or are you just going to leave your hole there?
I filled it with a facsimile.
Oh, well, that works. It's full then.
Hey,
whoever fills the hole gets the job done.
Because I'm never getting an Action Comics #1. I'm never getting a New Mutants '98. So
never say never. You never know, man.
Give me those reprints. I'll take reprints all day as long as I can read them. I don't really have a dog in that fight when it comes to that. Like, I've seen some really good Frank Miller art, and I've seen some not so great Frank Miller art. Liefeld, I never really cared about the feet as much as I did that Cap chest he did the one time. And the fact that the pouches, man, the pouches, good Lord, does that man love his pouches? My favorite character he's ever done is Deadpool, and he's the co-creator on that one. Just want to point that out to folks. Fabian Nicieza, who is, I didn't really know this, is the younger brother of Mariano. I thought the running joke was that Mariano was the younger brother, but he's the co-creator of Deadpool. But I've seen some really good, from both artists. I've seen some really good art, and I've seen some not so great art.
I'm surprised Liefeld has never done a kangaroo character with how much he loves pouches.
That is true.
Kangaroo's got pouches on pouches and in his pouch.
He's got a pouch in his pouch.
Pouch of unlimited holding. She can stuff whatever she wants in that pouch.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't, dude, Preston, I just, look, I'm not usually an art critique, art critic. Why did I say critique? I don't really critique art, is probably what I was trying to say. But I can let some wonky stuff go when it comes to art. But the fact that Cap's chest is like out to here, like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I
even-
have no freaking clue
It's
what he
turned.
was thinking. Yeah. I have no idea.
Ooh,
I have no idea what was going.
ooh,
Maybe-
shots fired.
Even the big girl stores wouldn't have a
Shots
bra
fired.
section up anywhere.
Oh no. Pup's in the room with you.
The blind dog's always in here. She's usually trying to kill me.
I love that his earplug came out and or whatever that is, and it's just hanging there, bright yellow dot. That was great. What is that?
Should be
It's
earplugs,
an
right?
earbud. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are those working man's earbuds where you just pop them out and
Oh,
they
they're
hang around your neck.
They're headphones though.
Oh, they're headphones.
Mhm.
Oh, I
But
thought they were
double.
actual. Okay.
They double as noise reducing headphones or earplugs, whatever.
Oh, okay.
You forget that they're there. They're real soft.
Wow, I just noticed that this slide didn't have the.
Nope, it's been way too long since you and I worked together because you're cracking me up like when we first met. This stupidity is what led to our channel.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
saying,
that.
folks. Just saying. If you haven't yet, you should.
Are you dope too?
Ooh,
I'm sorry. Are you joke too?
joke for the gent. Do you prefer Jim Lee or Todd McFarlane? Ooh,
Todd McFarlane. Jim Lee's a traitor.
well, that's a tough one for me. That's a tough one for me because there's Jim Lee's Superman and Batman. I really, really like Todd, but Todd's got Spawn. I know he's done like well, he's
Who's
done
been
Batman,
homaged
too.
more than Todd McFarlane?
That's true. And he homaged himself.
Which is
Right.
just stupid. I think he did that on purpose because he
Oh.
felt left out. I'm just going to do this to mess with people.
Yeah, I think that's all I can say is about that. I've met one and I haven't met the other. It doesn't sway my opinion, but Jim Lee is a very nice guy. Oh yeah, Wildcats. Wildcats has one of the catchiest theme songs ever. Wildcats, 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 Wildcats. That was actually Jenna's first comic was a Wildcats, and I think I have number 2 around here somewhere. Yeah, it's been a long time since I read that, or since I've seen that. There was another cartoon that was Malibu Comics cartoon, Ultra Force.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, that I watched on Prime, which is funny because one of the characters in there, his name is Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Prime time.
The Snarf crossover.
Snarf Prime. Snarf, snarf.
I'll never forget the first time watching the Transformers and going, "Oh my God, it's Venger."
We now return to Transformers.
Did you guys ever watch the D&D cartoons?
No, and I can't find them to watch to try and revisit and check
Really?
them out.
I have them all on DVD. I didn't know that was
Well,
that
I
hard
don't
to
have your
find.
DVD shelf.
the Saturday morning
Huh.
D&D I remember watching with the kids who go on the ride.
Well, anyway, the main bad guy Venger was voiced by the guy that they had do Optimus Prime in the cartoons.
Peter
And it blew
Cullen.
me away to hear. I'm like, wait a minute, I have to not hear this character for this cartoon.
Peter Cullen, who also did voices in, I think, not the real Ghostbusters, but the other Ghostbusters show with Tracy the Gorilla.
The original Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he also voices a character on Invincible. And it's hard not to hear that Optimus Prime voice when the guy talks. Peter Cullen is a legend. He voiced Optimus up until Transformers 1, I believe. Like the animated one with Chris Hemsworth. Transformers 1. I think he voiced Optimus all the way up to that.
I gotcha. I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure he did all the live action Transformers one.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Chris Hemsworth took over, at least on that. And apparently, we're not getting another one of those. I haven't watched it yet. But apparently, that was the only one they were doing.
That got canceled. I think I heard that.
Ultimate Warrior for me, Darkseid is. That's who the bigger threat. Darkseid is. He is the one constant in the multiverse. One Darkseid.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Darkseid is. Well, that's all I had for tonight, folks. Y'all got anything you want to talk about to air out or anything?
No. Not really.
Anything
Nothing really new.
Comic book or movie wise you're excited for in the coming future?
Oh God, there's so many movies I'm excited for this year. I can't even. The first one on the list is Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
and Mortal Kombat 2. I can't wait for that. And I know everybody's like, you're avoiding the biggest ones. I'm like, not for me. These are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. And of course, Spider-Man. But there are so many good movies that are, well, I don't know that they're good movies. There are so many good possibilities.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the hottest years of movies that I want to see that we've had in a long time.
Yeah, more than just one or two.
Right.
Yeah, because then there's that Project Hail Mary movie, the Ryan Gosling and the rock alien trying to figure out, I think the sun's dying or something. But written by the same guy that wrote The Martian. Andy Weir, I think.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. I believe so.
Yes. I know Weir's the last name. I can never remember the first name.
Ed
strong
Weir.
as he needs to be.
Yeah. How strong is
that would be awesome.
As strong as he needs to be is a good question.
The most powerful man in the universe, period. There you go.
Because he has the power, so I've heard.
Who wins in a fight, He-Man or Superman? There's only one right answer, and it's not Superman.
We do.
Yeah.
What does He-Man get his power from?
Sword.
What is Superman?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Vulnerable to magic.
He's vulnerable.
He-Man would whoop his ass.
He's vulnerable to magic. Doesn't mean he would be
Superman
defeated.
only has powers on a yellow sun, my friend. He-Man's got his everywhere.
So got to take the sword from him. He doesn't have the sword. He doesn't have the powers.
Oh yeah, he does. As long as he's He-Man before, he can't turn without it.
Right.
But if he's He-Man, but if he's already He-Man, I said He-Man, I didn't say Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
Well, that would make for a boring show.
I just wanted to throw that somebody could be Superman just to get the face that I got from Jay as he's trying to be as nice as possible of going, you son of a, you shut the right now. And I just wanted to see that face. And I saw the face and I'm happy.
Superman is not undefeatable. I know that, but Invincible
What if
would solo
Homelander
that whole
kicks his
universe.
ass?
Homelander
Homelander
does
kicks
kick his
his
ass.
It was a pretty even fight.
Was there a fight? I thought it was cut off.
I was going to say, if you want to call it a fight.
Yeah, it was. Well, okay. I'm sorry if people hit each other, feels like that's a fight. That was my main issue. Oh, I haven't watched. Yeah, I haven't watched the latest.
Yeah, I know. See,
but I also didn't know that Skeletor was his uncle either. I didn't know that till one of the comics. Saying something, I forgot.
Uncle Skelly.
Until next time, you evil nephew. Dang it.
I can still see. I've totally flustered him with the He-Man can kick Superman's ass.
No. I was trying.
He's trying to recover from it. I got him.
No.
He's down on the mat. The shoulders are down,
I was
man.
saying something, and then I read Preston's question, or read what he said.
That's okay, man. I'm just giving you shit. Let's play the.
Dang. It's gone.
It's
gone. No, it's not. There it is.
It's back.
There we go. So much to learn. Yeah, there really is. Like, I liked He-Man as a kid. I had the toys, but I didn't delve too much into the Masters of the World thing.
He's gonna lose it again.
No, it's about DCKO. Or no, Boss Battle. I got it. It's about Boss Battle. I said this last week. Y'all weren't here with me, but here's my biggest issue with Boss Battle. I don't know the legalities of what it took. And a lot of people have told me it's because those characters are the way they are, that they were easier to use in the comic. That should have been a 4-issue miniseries. Because if you haven't read it yet, folks, I'm not going to spoil anything. But out of all of it, not only like the main thing for me, the main draw was Homelander versus Superman, for me at least. But I needed to see more Joker and Annabelle.
Yeah, as soon as Joker and Annabelle hooked up, dude, I was rolling. I'm like, this is awesome.
Lex
I like
and
this.
Sam.
Oh yeah, that
for
dude.
some reason
Sam wins.
Lex and
Don't mess
Samantha
with Sam.
Strong being in the book, it just Lex's reaction to Sam was priceless. I loved it, but I was like, man, if there could have been just, even if it would have been 2 issues, just flesh some of it out. Because I mean, Vampirella, it almost felt like other than seeing her, there wasn't a point of Vampirella being in the book.
No, there wasn't.
Like Red Sonja had a little bit more to do than Vampirella did.
Have you heard how sales are with that? Because if there's enough sales, I'm sure they'll do it again.
And that's kind of my hope. That's why I tell people, like, even though it ended abruptly, you should still check it out. It's still good. It's just maybe if they see that this is stuff people want, they might do something else in the future.
You know how it felt to me? It felt to me like a free comic book day book.
Yeah.
To give you just enough to get you thirsting, but I haven't heard if they're going to follow it up.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see those other characters in the book, but I'm telling you, if they did an actual Homelander, Superman centric comic, I think that thing would go crazy. People would go nuts for that. Like it's almost like the whole Goku versus Superman thing. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing about the crossovers, right? When they did the Batman, Deadpool, Batman, I can't remember which one came out first. I think it was Deadpool, Batman. As much as I like the story, and I know a whole lot of other people didn't like that story, the crossovers in the back, Captain America and Wonder Woman, I want that comic like yesterday. And Red Sonja Wonder Woman, I'd want that too. Some of these crossovers that we're getting, there's parts of me that's like, why can't
We be friends.
Did you lock up?
Why can't we
Jay?
be friends? I think
Why
you did.
can't we be? I'll keep going. Let's do it. You
went
you
down
got
to
what I need.
Chinatown.
But you say we're just a friend.
Yep.
You say he's just a friend. And he's back.
Yep.
Told you not to push that button. What are you doing?
My goodness.
Right.
It is going to wait until I get to this, like almost the end of the show, to be like, oh, hey, by the way,
You're not done updating.
Yeah. Okay, that's not working. Cool.
Windows is rebooting you in 5, 4, 3.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, the crossovers have been great. Yeah. Crossovers have been great. I'm looking at some of these crossovers and I'm like, yes, by the power of
Yes.
I have returned. Why can't the writing in the regular books be this good? Some of these crossovers that I've read, I'm like, this feels a lot better than the main book. Why can't the writing be like this in that book?
We've been saying that about a lot of the one-shots lately. Why can't the quality of the Spider-Man all be this Predator Spider-Man? Why?
From what I've been told and what I've been hearing, the Ultimate Spider-Man is one of the best Spider-Man books. Even more so than the Amazing Spider-Man that's going on right now. There's a lot of people that fell off the Amazing Spider-Man, but I've heard nothing but good things about Ultimate Spider-Man. Even though it feels like they were supposed to be ending that Ultimate Universe. Damn it. Now that wasn't on purpose. Should have been for that Superman.
It's all good.
Comment.
I'm sorry, Jay. I mean, sometimes the truth hurts, buddy. I'm sorry.
I know. It does. It does.
But a lot of times people forget that if Superman isn't in the yellow sun, he's nothing.
Yeah, that's part of the whole premise of Woman of Tomorrow. Is right. Because it's her 21st birthday. She wants to get a little turnt, as the people say. I don't say it, but some people do.
I have never heard that name or word before.
You never heard turnt? No. Even in the
sounds too close to taint.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Turnt.
Get turnt.
Turnt.
She goes to planets that don't have a yellow sun so she can get drunk. That's damn kids. Yeah. Can RoboCop beat the Predator?
Damn meddling kids.
Yeah.
I would have succeeded. I just love how I'm phasing in and out of reality. It's just wonderful.
RoboCop would beat him because Predator would not comply.
Now I'm wondering what the heat signature on RoboCop would look like. It's got to have a little bit because it's machinery, right?
Right.
Oh, probably a mixture. Cooling system.
True. Probably wouldn't register.
Probably just he might see his chin, but I don't even know if his chin or face would have warmth anymore because you don't have anything else.
All right.
Hold on.
That's an interesting question.
You're not about to tell me. No,
I'd have to put my money on Predator on that one.
Are you about to tell me that there's never been a Predator versus RoboCop comic?
Dude, there hasn't been like new RoboCop comics in forever, has there? That don't surprise me.
Well, I mean, didn't necessarily have to be new. But of all the things for Predator to go up against, they've never done. Maybe I'm thinking Alien versus RoboCop.
Uh-huh.
There's so many. I didn't realize how much Alien and Predator comics there were until I looked them up one time. Like I just finished. So I'd read Predator Hunters, which is human survivors getting together and hunting predators. And then I read the Predator Hunters 2 series.
Wouldn't that make them prey then?
I don't name the comics, nope. I just read them. But I didn't realize how much stuff for Aliens and Predators comic book wise there are out there. So that was kind of interesting. There's a whole
Well, hell, when Marvel got a hold of Aliens, they released a new #1 like every week. They had like 9 different series going at the same time, just so they could have another #1 Alien. And I gotta have it.
Hey, take care, Preston. Thanks for hanging out, boss.
See you, Preston.
Later, Preston.
Bye, Preston. See you later, Preston. Talk to you later. Yeah, me too. Talk to you. See you. Bye. There, we all said goodbye.
The other end said to tell you bye too.
Goodbye, you sexy thing. That's a new one.
We got Haiti.
Hey.
Hey.
Haiti Von B.
Haiti Von B.
I've just been canceled.
Nah. Can't cancel that which is uncancelable. You're like Henri on this show.
I don't know if that's a compliment. I love you, Henri. If you're out there, buddy, you know I do.
I'm gonna try to get him on one night. There's a couple people I'd like to get on with this. Henri, I'd like to get Dan. I'd like to have Richard Dead.
Well, you had Dan once, or was that an EXP thing?
That was an EXP thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to get Dan on here to talk to him.
Because I remember that vividly.
Yeah, because there's the second time I invited you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to get some, like, Kyle's been on here. I'd like to get some other EXP folks.
I think that's the one and only time I've ever been on EXP.
Ah, you were on about 2 or 3 times.
I was?
Yep.
Okay.
At least one of Kyle's sales shows.
Oh, that's right.
And then
I did that a couple times with him. I forgot about that.
You were on the hobby night whenever we were talking about other hobbies and stuff. You started talking about storm chasing. And
oh, yeah, and you all had pictures. And I'm like, I didn't know you wanted pictures. I could have gave you pictures. You didn't say you wanted pictures.
Well, I was the only one that offered things up because I like showing stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like, oh, damn. Nope, set the bar. I have nothing.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here like, fudge.
Then Kyle saw it, and then Kyle put his barbecue stuff out there, and I was like, oh, man, I have nothing.
I got terabytes of weather pictures and videos. And nothing. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, nope.
I feel like I sent it. I feel like I sent it in the chat that everybody could see. Sent them to you, I think, Jay.
Yeah, and it probably got scrolled up 58 pages before anybody logged on to read it.
Maybe not.
I honestly didn't know you guys wanted pictures.
I don't think they were asked.
Yeah.
I offered them.
Yeah.
Show off.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty cool raft that he had.
Oh, well, yeah. I love that thing.
So I tell you what, if y'all get an opportunity this week for the next show, and there's just something that you end up reading, woo!
I love when she enters the room. It's just boom, boom, right there.
That is awesome. Scared the
Going
shit
and
out of me,
singing
but it
the-
was awesome.
Singing the theme
Try
of
talking
Welcome to
to him on the
Dairy.
phone sometime when she comes right up beside him and starts talking. I've thrown my phone a couple times jumping. Like, what the? Oh, never mind. I know it's her now. We're good.
But if y'all end up reading something, let me know. We'll talk about it. Because I'd love to be able to not talk for more than 5 minutes.
I'll go get the latest issue of Penthouse Letters. That'll give us lots to talk about.
Well, and then we get canceled.
Is that even a thing anymore?
No.
I doubt it with the internet being free.
Probably not.
Why would you buy it?
Right. No, I did wind up. I did send some of those that list that we had a couple that we were going to do a review show with Sean. There was.
We're gonna have to resend them. You're gonna have to resend them because I didn't write.
Oh yeah, definitely buried.
Vic, you're awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome. You tell her I said that.
No, leave the microphone upstairs.
Because we can have some karaoke in your chat room.
Bad group.
Pick a song and I'll sing it. Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, and sing 98 Degrees. Papa Road, Crab Zombie.
We could do it on a different day for sure.
I gotta be drunk.
Ever sing the I'm a Bitch song?
Can't go on TV. Against my religion. What are you doing? Why are you standing here?
I know she was talking to one of the dogs, but I could.
Yeah, there's 4 of them now.
I could
Well,
have sworn she
5
said Kingdom
total.
Come, and I was like, "We could talk
Wait,
about
what?
Kingdom Come," and she wasn't talking.
5?
Dog sitting.
Oh, I was gonna say, what happened? Ain't been that long since we talked.
No,
Sorry,
we got,
Jay. I didn't mean to
you got
overtalk
2
you, but when
extra
he
for
said
a
5
week.
dogs, he blew
No,
my mind for a
no,
minute.
you're good. You're good. It's just when she started talking, I thought she said Kingdom Come, and then I was like, "No, she's talking to the dogs." Like I heard Kingdom Come, but I know she was saying somebody come. The dogs. The dogs. The dogs. Right? The dogs.
I'm out. Bye. See you next week.
I'll do that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so it is going to be a little while before Sean's on the show. We are going to do that show, and I think I told him, I said maybe on the months where you can only be on the show one time, we might do.
I thought he was supposed to be getting a new schedule. Is that all gone?
Until that happens, it's one of those.
Alright.
Until it happens, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I think the
But-
Indian gave it to him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Never mind.
Hey, we'll take that back.
But we'll probably do some reviews, just the 3 of us. But I want the next one to be all of us. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna figure out some stuff to talk about until then. But this is the next to the last show that's going to be in this house. We're starting to move at the end of the month, and I will have a probably similar setup.
Are you going to be off air for a few weeks while you're moving, or
no?
Oh, cool.
After whatever show we're actually moving, because we got the whole month to move to the new place. I think Jenna said not next week, but the week after that show, as soon as we're done, we're going to move my office. So I'll already be over there.
Oh, cool.
So I'll make another announcement about it next week. I just wanted to go ahead and start planting that. I've already had almost all my Kickstarters or like going to Sean's office because I forgot all about them until I was like, oh,
Hmm.
you know what? If they send him here, as long as they keep him for me, I'm gonna have to drive all the way over here because this, I think, where we're moving is like 45 minutes away from here.
If you know what shipper is shipping it, you can change your address and you don't have to deal with all that.
We just sent him to Sean's office for now. Like the only things that I'm waiting on that I'm normally going to get here is there's a Garrett gun. I want to say that Curse of Cleaver County 2 is coming here. Like Garrett's already told me that because I messaged him about it. And then Corey got me that really awesome Superman that, if I can find it, give me a second. I want to show this off one more time. I'm definitely going to do a video on it, but well, okay, don't maximize then.
Is that John Hamm?
I don't know who he modeled after. I thought so at first. I was like, hey, this is a new artist named Ian Wallace. At least he was new to the show. And I commented and was like, this is so good. I really dug this. And Corey got it for me. So, and I didn't show any of the pictures off because I forgot to ask him if he wanted me to or not. But Corey is at OAX right now, which is the I think it's Original Art Expo is what it is. And he took a bunch of pictures of like original art pages for Death of Superman and stuff that he saw there. So jealous. If I get the okay for him next week, I'll show him off. But he sent me some of the pages. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. It looks so good. I've been bit by the art bug in a way that I can look at the art. I still don't see me buying a bunch of original art pages though. That's just a little much for me unless I can get one of those awesome sales where Nick does like $7 art pages like he has before. Because again, I don't care about their monetary worth. Just if a page looks cool and I can afford it, I wouldn't mind getting another page or two.
I have one page,
The
and that's
Warline,
because it was Henri's, and I just kind of asked him. He's like, I don't know, nobody's ever asked before. And when the artist came back with a price that wasn't ridiculous, I have my first piece, and then it arrives, and I'm like, you dumbass, you can't see it. But hey, it's in a frame.
Yep, I have one piece too. One of Mr. Fish's.
something I've always wondered about that. Come on, because I want to see it.
Great time to make Zach the bit.
Let me see it. I want to seize it.
No,
He wants to see your thing.
Big on my screen.
There's the one from Lee. Whoop. There it is.
Oh yeah, that was at Kickstarter that they stopped at first and then finished.
Right. Then here is there's my Mr. Fish page.
Holy crap!
Whoop.
Oh,
Sorry, Eddie.
It's wonderful.
But yeah, that's it.
That's some of the best spirograph work I've ever seen. Well done.
Trying to make backer boards for these sheets, that was fun.
Oh,
Had to go and custom cut all kinds of poster board. Oh, it's not like
what did you put it in? Did you make your own folder or something? Or
no, I bought this. It's just a big portfolio kind of thing, like an art portfolio. And then it's got a whole bunch of sleeves and like you put like your cards and used to like you put in your binder. Same kind of thing.
man, what would be nice of what they would do, because I'm thinking about it too. For folks that can't afford original art pages, just I haven't seen like prints of pages like that. Like make it the same size, but they're colored prints.
Those would sell for sure.
Yeah.
People
Hey,
buy
you might
prints
be
all
onto
the
something
time.
new there, bud. You shouldn't be casting it over the internet.
Well, I mean, most people are going to say, "Aren't those just posters?"
Yeah.
But
Not
part
really.
of me, yeah.
Do you know how many art prints we have throughout this house that aren't poster price?
Yeah.
I'll be right back, folks. Speak amongst yourselves. Be right back.
You must have to poop.
Plop,
Bloop, bloop.
plop, plop, whiz, whiz. Oh, ruddery leaf it is.
Alka Seltzer.
Sometimes my mind even makes me wonder if I'm nuts. So your dog's sitting again, huh? Same dogs?
Yeah. Yep, 2 big old German Shepherds. So we got 4
How long?
80 plus pound dogs running around the house. I think till next Sunday. So
When'd you get them? A couple weeks?
Thursday evening. So we're like 10
so just a
days.
couple days ago.
Yeah, so they'll be here all next week and through next weekend and possibly even into halfway through the week.
Cool.
Sometimes the days are funny, but yeah. So it's chaos with that.
Oh, I
One
bet.
dog wants nothing to do with the other 2, and the other one wants to play, but then more wants to run away because we're playing too rough. So it's just funny to watch the whole dynamic change between the other 2. Why are they here? I don't like these dogs.
Did they remember each other?
Yeah, for the most part. They were it's always a little adjustment, 5-10 minutes of, sitting separated but on leashes, but then mingling. And then we usually don't have to wait too long anymore. Let them go and they just do their own thing and all's well. So
I hope you washed.
My
He's gonna forget to unmute
my
himself.
dog is no, I didn't. My
He
dog
hasn't realized it yet.
is no, I'm not muted. Come on. I can see the green light. That's how I know. My dog, I don't know what it is about him, but he just decided to lick his arm through his freaking onesie he's got on. So she thought he cut himself or something was bleeding. But it's just him licking the arm. Dog, he's something else.
He done wet himself up.
Yeah.
Soggy, so soggy.
Yeah, well, yeah, and unfortunately, because he does that, that means I had to pull the sleeve up. It went through the sleeve on his arm, so I had to wrap his arm off to dry it off. Then I'm going to have to dry off that part of the onesie because if it dries on him, it sticks to him. And then when I go to take it off, it's going to rip something off. So he's a freaking mess. But anyway, okay, so that, again, that's pretty much all I got. I'm going to continue my list of reading at least a comic today. Today I read End of Life #1, Captain America #7, and Mark Spears Monsters #3. So tomorrow it's basically random. It's either a new book or an old book that I see or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much a good. I might even just see if I could find Mouse just to go ahead and start.
It's not a quick read, but it's a good read.
But it's also not a long,
No.
like it's self-contained.
Mm-hmm.
It is on.
Is that I didn't know?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Jenna,
I miss you guys.
miss you too.
Aw, shucks.
No.
No. Bless y'all's hearts.
Hey, I know what that means in the South.
Right.
That's
Now
the
hold
South.
on. It can mean several things, thank you.
You know which way she means it.
I absolutely know which way she.
I mean, I'll pray for you.
Oh, that's even worse.
What's a Hydra Hangout without Jenna getting a little southern in here?
That's true. That is true.
Quiet,
Well,
peaceful, organized.
you know what? I like to bring the chaos.
Those
There's
are-
too much.
Those are not any words that I would ever use to describe this show. Organized. I put this thing together like,
An hour before the show.
yeah, while I was reading.
Yeah, I still got to do that.
That's all right. I was reading the comic he wanted to talk about while he was doing the intro because I didn't know he wanted to talk about it. So hey,
Well,
It's
as
all
much
good.
as I love you guys, I got to finish packing because we're doing a big part of the move next weekend.
Oh, so it's next Saturday
Yes.
after the show, or like before the show and then after the show?
Your break will be the show.
Okay, so it's next weekend.
so next weekend you want to have an 8-hour show, so you can break.
No.
Well, I mean, if he's trying to have an 8-hour show next Saturday, he's going to have to do it from his phone because I'll be moving his stuff. Caught myself.
That wasn't threatening at all.
Doing
No.
a show from my pocket, guys.
It's a pocket show.
The Hydra Asylum Homeless Edition.
Yes.
Only for a single, well, not really, because we overlaid it by a month. So for 1 month, we have 2 homes.
It's true.
Pinky's out, y'all. Wish I had a cowboy hat, make it real like so.
It's out there.
I know. And your Wranglers are hanging up.
Yes, folks, I do have a cowboy hat like the trophy Texan would.
He's also got a classic pair of Wranglers, and that's what he wore. to
Please
our
wear
wedding.
it. Please put it on.
Hey, Ed, you know what you should do? You
I
should
wanna
go
see
look up
him
our
wear-
wedding pictures.
Oh, please send them
He's
to me.
dressed up like a good old boy
Well,
without the hat
I have a vest on though.
and jeans. You
I am-
got Wrangler jeans.
Were they raining
Yeah.
jeans?
They're the ones that you've been wearing this whole time that have finally wore out.
No, they're not.
Wranglers
Those are
ain't no Levi Strauss Canadian bullshit.
Well, I have those too.
But he is dressed. He's even got like the classic jacket over the jeans too, and a button-up shirt.
Yeah,
Sean's wearing cowboy boots in it.
that's true. But Sean wears cowboy boots. I haven't worn cowboy boots since I was like
Rarely. though.
8.
He wears. He's new to them.
Yeah.
He only
He's
got his
nude
first
in
pair
them.
right
What?
before our wedding.
No. Ugh.
What?
Sean walks around nude in cowboy boots.
No. I said he's new to wearing boots.
Ed knows what you said.
Oh well.
Ed just edited up.
Ed's just being Ed.
Nope. When the show is over, I need to chit chat with you.
With no.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
That's what I done said.
Yeah.
Fine, don't talk to me. I don't
Well,
care.
we'll talk to you too, but
No, screw that. You talk to Nope. I'm leaving. No,
Sounds like a lightbox issue.
probably. I still have a battery pack plugged in from 3 weeks ago.
Well,
I haven't
Ed,
had the bravery to touch it.
Ed.
I've been busy.
yes,
Okay,
the
busy.
show's going to be
What the
ending.
hell are you doing?
Ed, I need
Huh?
to talk to you after the show too.
Who, me?
Yeah, what is that? What do you been busy?
This is my recycler.
Oh,
Oh,
Badass.
yeah.
It finally showed up, huh?
Make me sick.
No, I've been making this, but the parts showed up and I just started printing the parts and
Nice.
shit. So
Nice.
not done with it.
So
But
it's 3D printed to recycle 3D printed stuff.
mhm.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Well, all the stuff that doesn't work fails, or whenever
Yeah.
you're doing color changes and stuff, it goes through a little purge process that otherwise you're just
How
throwing that
awesome would
stuff
it be
away.
if they could do that with like beverages? You know, you could drink all the beer you wanted, but it pees itself out. You don't have to do it. And then you buy a liquid to get rid of the liquid at the same time.
Almost,
Isn't that
almost
just
sounds
drinking
like
beer?
Pretty much. I love it. He put his head down.
on that
I'm
note,
good.
I know
I'm
because
good.
I had a bad thought, but I wasn't going to say it. So on that note, gentlemen, I'm going to end the show. So I'm going to drop you guys out, and I'll see you all in the back half.
Hail Hydra.
See everybody.
Okay. So this is definitely a longer show than last week. Appreciate everybody showing up, all the questions, all the comments. Again, the book next week is going to be Watchmen. So if you've read The Watchmen or just want to read The Watchmen so you can talk about it with me on the show, please feel free to. The list books are for everyone. If regardless of if you read them or not, if any of them seem interesting, you want to talk about them, just let me know. We are sitting at 703 subscribers. My next goal is going to be 750. Starting them kind of small till we kind of work our way up to hopefully the 800 this year by the end of the year, maybe more. But as long as folks are showing up and enjoying what we're doing, we're going to keep doing it. Always have a lot of fun doing this. Kind of my outlet for just wanting to talk about whatever I feel like talking about. But again, appreciate everybody being here tonight. Hope you all have an awesome rest of your Saturday. Still got another, at least for here, still got another hour of Saturday. So enjoy the rest of your night. Have an awesome rest of your weekend, and we will catch you next time. Later.